prevent you guys from leaving the level, you'd found some vampires lurking in the darkness. Upon defeating them, you realize that they're actually guarding someone, a woman named Portia, who was sent on a very similar mission to save the dragon about a month ago. And upon rescuing her, you guys moved into the next chamber where this 18-foot tall abominable yeti was standing. And unbeknownst to you all at the time, the yeti was not alone. Not only were there a handful of vampire spawn lurking underneath the mist that obscures the floor at a height of about 2 or 3 feet, there was also the vampire boss, Caresta, who you'd heard of. And she welcomed you all to your doom. Combat has ensued, and I'll just go around and describe the situation for everyone. So Brew had let out a war cry, and that's still going to affect everyone until the start of his next turn. It gives you advantage on attack rolls and saves. Roland and Cage have both been afflicted with this, and Ishan, this despair of the Shadowfell, and it's having a bit of a perverse effect on your minds. Roland, you're also concentrating on calm emotions to keep Portia not charmed by Caresta. And you've also got up Mind Blank. Darius, you're grappled by the vampire that you're next to. Pavel, you're concentrating on haste. You've hasted yourself. Dagger, you've used your reaction. And Cage has been grabbed by Caresta and dragged off into the darkness. You're heavily obscured and prone. And you're also concentrating on meteors. I think you've got like 2 left or something. Maybe 4.
Yeah, I have down 4. Yeah.
4. Okay, so yeah, it's a big fight. Vampires keep popping up from everywhere. Brew's also large for a couple of hours, and you've used your reaction.
Oh,
And yeah,
I'm currently fabulous with Unbreakable Majesty.
oh yeah, that's right. The vampires are swooning over you.
That's right.
They want you to be the new vampire boss.
I should.
Okay, maybe I'll tint your token. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color or Roland's favorite color?
Yours. That's a blend.
Let's go for a blue.
Okay, I'll give you a bit of a blue tint to remind me that you've got that.
Yeah.
Majesty. Alright, so the battle continues, and we ended on Scamp's turn. As you guys have also experienced, the Shadowfell, it sucks the color out of things, and it also seems to suck the light out of things. The only way you've been able to illuminate this dungeon is through the use of these purple candles. Alright, Scamp. You're up. The battle continues.
We are going to start by moving up. We'll get here, and then I am going to drop a whirlwind down over here.
Jeez.
Alright, whirlwind.
Oh,
10-foot radius. Did I not save the template for that? I'll get you a new one. I just sworn it did. Alright, so when the whirlwind appears, it starts sucking things up like straight away. I'll just give you a new 10-foot radius.
I don't know why it says undefined and that, but I definitely have a 7th level spell slot, and it didn't take.
I got no idea. Must be a glitch or something. Alright, there's the template. You can, yeah, you can move it around, put it exactly where you want to put it. Alright, so this big tornado just howls down, and when it hits the ground there, it goes 30 feet up, which is far from the ceiling, but it contains the entire area. You can move it, and sucks up creatures and objects. And when a creature enters it for the first time, or when the whirlwind enters it, including when the whirlwind appears, they take 10d6 bludgeoning damage, half as much with a successful dexterity save. So Caresta, 2 Vampire, and Cage all need to make a dexterity save.
Considering that, would I do this at disadvantage or with it regular?
I don't think you have anything that gives you disadvantage on dex saves. Unless you have... What did you get from your madness? I think it was just a...
I just want to leave. Oh!
I think it was just a flaw.
Yeah. Considering my situation, can I choose to fail it?
Just hang on a second. I need to check that particular despair that you got actually, because I think it might give you some disadvantage. Generally, you can't choose to fail saving throws, but if you want to, then sure.
I kind of think you're right. I think there is more to that despair than...
Yeah, I'll just...
I think you have disadvantage on saving
I think
throws.
you're right.
You should note that somewhere though, so you know that yourself. You'll need to keep track of that.
Yeah,
But yeah, you
thought I wrote it down.
you have disadvantage on all saving throws. And I think Roland's got exactly the same thing.
I do.
Yeah, disadvantage on all saving throws. Alright, so you're hit for 39 bludgeoning damage, Kate, and you become restrained.
A strength save.
Oh, strength save first.
I think I would just fail everything, knowing that it's gonna... See, after seeing this in action, I would know at least it would get me away from Caresta.
Okay, you are restrained. Alright, Caresta, she succeeds the dexterity saving throw, so she takes 19 bludgeoning damage, and I'll do the other vampires in a second, do them one at a time. So, the initial whirlwind, Caresta's quick enough to move in a way that it doesn't completely hammer her. And then, if you fail, then it's a strength save, so she doesn't need to make the strength save. And if you start your turn restrained by it, you're pulled 5 feet higher inside, unless you're already at the top, and you move with the whirlwind, and it's an action to get out. Alright, so you're restrained, Cage. She takes the damage, and the vampires spawn. They both fail, and it just like breaks all of their bones, basically. They just get like all mingled up, and they're not going to die because they need to be staked, but they're basically just a broken up corpse restrained by the whirlwind. Because they're unconscious, they automatically fail the saving throw.
Then I'm going to hope that will pull Cage away from Caresta, and I'm gonna bamf back to here as a bonus action.
Okay. Alright, Ishan's fighting a vampire over where you guys had entered from, where the fog isn't present. And he just turns around and says, "Die, fiend!" And he attacks with his greatsword. He managed to hit the vampire a couple of times. His sword just bruises the vampire, but that vampire is pretty hurt, the one he's fighting, if you can see that. And he just keeps on fighting it. He seems to be holding his own alright there. Alright, as far as you guys can tell, the vampire spawn that were lurking around this chamber have shown themselves. And one of them hisses and runs for dagger. They kind of leap through the air, claws first. And they stumble. They trip on something, they stumble and bump into dagger. They, in a mad flurry, continue trying to claw at her. And you manage to just dodge out of the way. And you avoid being grabbed.
Social distancing!
You take a look at her and you feel like she's not the one to really care about that too much. She's not even wearing a mask.
She is COVID free.
Alright, with that, the inspiring presence of Brew's Zealot call expires. And Brew, you're up.
Yeah, I think for a minute you might. Anyone who can see Bruce sort of gets a glimpse of what he must have been like as a captain leading boarding parties, and he shouts out something like, "Buccaneers, band together, take them one at a time." And of course, he thinks Buccaneers is spelled bucking ears.
What?
Does he start flapping his ears a bit, like, to inspire people?
Definitely. So 25 feet up there, "You are my prey," he shouts at this Yeti, and then I'll use my free action to put my candle in my mouth. My
Alright,
bonus action
when
to...
you do that, Brew, your candle remains alight. It's only a candle, though. It can go out very easily, keep in mind. But it stays alight.
Okay. I'll use a bonus action to rage. And then attempt to grapple the Yeti.
Alright, the abominable Yeti is not able to resist that, and you grab it on its wrist.
And I'll start dragging it south. I think I have 15 feet left, so I won't get very far with it. Just drag it down here. And attempt to shove it prone.
And you just yank its arm towards you, and it forces it straight to the ground prone.
Now, is it enough obscured by the fog that it gets the effect of being obscured, or is it big enough to not be?
The fog is like 2 feet high, 2 or 3 feet high. This thing is 18 feet tall, and it takes up a 3x3 space. It's not heavily obscured.
Okay.
The fog would have to be at least 8 feet high to heavily obscure that thing.
Okay, that's a big fluffy. Bree will keep mumbling through the candle.
Kind of snarls at you. This vampire spawn is going to detract from the whirlwind. It hisses, and it's going to rush Brew and jump on him. It tries to claw at you, and it misses. It keeps on scratching away, and it misses you. As it's attacking, you can see it has some minor injuries, but those injuries soon disappear as it regenerates. Scratches and bloody marks vanish from its flesh. Alright, this Yeti is going crazy because it got hit with the fire, and it keeps on screaming. It lets out a loud wail, and it's going to stop for a moment and just lock eyes with you, Brew. You see this frigid blue light start to expand into your mind, coming from the center of its eyes. Make a Constitution saving throw. You feel it starting to freeze you. However, you resist, and you're immune to its chilling gaze now. It starts wildly swinging its claws at you a moment later. It misses with the first swipe, and it takes another swipe at you, and it hits you. You feel a cold eminence slide off of its claws. You take 7 slashing damage and 4 cold, 11 points. And just stays there. It seems to have gotten over the fire that was bothering it now too. Meanwhile, over here, Ishan's being attacked by a vampire. And he seems to be holding his own against it. Back! He calls. The vampire just hisses at him. Alright, Portia looks around, and she sees you, Roland, and the charming gaze from her eyes, or the glaze from her eyes has vanished. She just says, We're here to save Unbraxicar. We're here to redeem Gleister. You're not my mother. And you're nothing but an abomination, she says as she draws her greatsword and faces the Yeti. She then rushes the Yeti and starts hacking into it. She slashes into it and its fur becomes matted with blood. She attacks again and she jams the greatsword into the abominable Yeti's side. She pulls the blade out and lets out a bit of a battle cry. Yeah! And she comes in for a third swipe. And she actually pushes the greatsword straight into the Yeti's neck. The Yeti lets out another roar, blood fills its maw, and it just thumps onto the ground, unresponsive. Borgia pulls out her greatsword, which is covered in blood, and then she just gives you a nod, brew. And then she starts heading on to the next vampire. And ends her turn there.
Nice.
Dagger.
Okay. If I wanted to put my goggles on Darius, I would take an action, right?
The goggles? Yeah, that would be an action. So take your goggles off and put them on would be your interactive object and your action for the turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I will bonus action disengage. Put an accessory on Darius.
Okay. Alright, it reduces your own vision, but Darius, when you look through them, you can see a lot better with dark vision.
It's 15
Yeah, I can see.
over here. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
There's so many vampires.
Caresta simply vacates the whirlwind and drags Cage away 15 feet. As she does this, I think actually, instead of that, she's going to... no, she's going to just do that. And now she's going to cast a spell. And you see this 15-foot radius cloud of purple necrotic energy. It's riddled with little mini dragons swell from around her. Spirit Guardians. Evil version. And immediately you start to feel yourself being charged with necrotic energy, Cage.
Damn. So, because I was lifted... Sorry. 14?
You weren't lifted. That happens at the start of your turn.
So I'm still prone?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. Being lifted by the whirlwind doesn't fix the prone condition. You need to stand up to do that using half your movement speed. But you don't take any damage, Cage. She doesn't attack you. Spirit Guardians happens at the start of your turn.
Okay, sorry about that.
Alright, this vampire hisses and is going to dash towards Scam. You see the vampire wading through the fog, running full belt at you, Scam. At the end of her turn, Caresta is going to move. She's going to drag you back, Cage. You're dragged further away around the corner. Using a legendary action, she does that. Another vampire rushes Scam, and they seem to be targeting her now. It jumps at you, Scam, and attempts to claw into you. And you become grappled. You do not take any damage though. The vampire grabs you by the arm. The vampire looks unscathed. She drags you back 5 feet and then attempts to sink her fangs into your neck. She snaps onto your neck. You take 15 points of damage, and 8 of that comes off your hit point maximum. As you hear the sick sound of the vampire drinking your blood. And at the end of that vampire's turn, Caresta is going to bite Cage. Or attempt to bite him. She attempts to bite him. The fangs sink into you, Cage, and she starts to drink your blood as well. You take 12 points of damage, and 7 of that comes off your max hit point. You hear her drinking your blood. Rolling.
And this is just kind of just in a shitty spot here because there's like a million vampires.
Hey, you guys, I'll be right back.
At least it feels like there's a million vampires.
Nice.
Yeah, that doesn't get scammed. Good. We'll do that. Just using 1 charge of the wand of fireballs, right there. Ah, what a shitty roll.
You point the wand into the middle of the vampires. There's an explosion. You hear the fire start to crackle their flesh. They all get scorched. A couple of them manage to darken, not absorb the full brunt. And you see the fire just kind of spread the fog out for a little bit, and the fog very quickly coalesces back into place.
Bad thing about being a bard is most of your really good spells are concentration, and I'm already concentrating. No bonus action for now, that's it. So, and I'm not gonna move.
Darius.
You're muted there.
Yep, I'm having to play from my phone because I'm cooking as well. So I am going to immediately look this vampire in the eye and say, "Burn, bitch!" And I'm casting Spirit Guardians at 7th level.
Alrighty.
Woo!
Alrighty.
Yeehaw!
Come on, pull up my. Oh, fine, don't pull up my sheet.
The vampires are just screaming at you with wild hisses, and you watch as the radiant energy starts to eat away at their flesh.
Spirit of Guardians.
My goggles reviews.
Yes.
Teamwork!
So yeah, those of you that those that you cannot see Darius, so basically it would be Cage.
Cage.
If you see that
Cage
Spirit
is the only-
Guardians, you'll do well not to go in it. Okay.
So that's what I do. I guess I'm grappled, so can I stand up if I'm grappled, or am I
You're
just
not
like,
prone. You're only grappled.
Oh, I'm not prone. I'm only grappled. Okay.
Grappled means your movement speed is reduced to 0.
Okay. And then I'm just going to spit as a free action on Gaston.
Okay.
So.
The vampire screams as she's being eaten away from the radiant energy. It basically catches her on fire and prevents her regeneration. She is just getting dissolved, and she attempts to drink your blood. She tries to bite you, Darius, and it misses you. She's going to dig her claws into you, and that misses you. And as she's doing this, she's struggling to try and drag you back, and she drags you back 15 feet. You're not sure how much longer she can hold on. Another vampire spawn starts to turn the spirit guardians, and she'll take 78 radiant damage divided by 2. She managed to resist quite a lot, and her first instinct, as her flesh is burning away, is to get out of that spirit guardian. She runs around here, and she's going to try and grab onto a chunk of Roland.
Charisma save first.
Oh, well, natural.
Is it charisma or wisdom? Hold on, let me double check.
I think it's wisdom. But...
charisma save.
Okay, natural 1 fail, and if she fails, then she has to attack someone else, or is it just straight up wasted?
I always forget with this because I don't get to use it much.
It's a must choose a new target.
Yeah.
Okay. She tries to grab you, and then she stops. She smiles at you and winks. She blows you a kiss, and then turns around and tries to claw Dagger in the face. Dagger, you jump back, and you make sure you got your mask on. It's good social distancing.
Social distance.
The vampire is desperate to feed, and it's going to try and grab you again, Dagger. And you still manage to avoid being grabbed. And then the vampire is going to run around here. End its turn there. Still trying to recover from the radiant energy. Okay, this vampire, it's kind of in an awkward position. It becomes conscious again. It wakes up to itself being lifted and crushed by the whirlwind. Kind of, you hear all the sounds of its bones realigning, and they're pulled up by 5 feet, so they're just 5 feet above the ground now. And well, maybe I'll give the fly icon for that. Not technically flying, but it shows elevation. And just gonna try to get out. She's gonna try and worm her way out. Dexterity. And she's stuck in there. Restrained, unable to move. Pavel.
Alrighty. Hopefully luck is on my side. I'm gonna aim at this one first. And fire. Sharpshooter on. Oh no.
That's a miss. Vampire supernaturally dodges out of the way.
Oh, sharpshooter shooting at the same thing.
That hits. You hit the vampire in the shoulder. She's badly injured.
Third attack.
Hit. And you put a bullet in her chest, and although it doesn't kill her, she falls to the ground and blood soaks her garb.
Hasted action. Gonna aim at this one and fire with that one. Fourth attack.
Hit.
Yes.
And the bullet hits her in the chest. She's also badly hurt.
Bonus action. Ah.
It's a narrow miss. It grazes her shoulder.
Let's go right here.
Alright, this vampire is also caught in the whirlwind and just kind of realigns all of her bones. She gets lifted up into the whirlwind 5 feet, and then is just going to try and she'd actually be prone as well. It's just going to try and worm her way out. She shakes her arms and legs and tries to get out that way. And she's like getting ragdolled around in the whirlwind.
That's a great image.
Alright, Cage, make a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn. You resist, and you take 7 points of necrotic damage from the Spirit Guardians.
I think I have disadvantage.
Oh yes, you take
Oh, yeah.
14 points of necrotic damage.
So, and you know what, Zeb, it wasn't rolling the concentrations on my meteor, so I'm just going to assume it's gone because I've taken so many hits. I probably failed it by now.
Oh, you didn't have a concentration marker? Maybe I...
That's alright.
Oh, well,
You
make...
I think I
failed
took-
Oh, yeah,
concentration when you took damage.
yeah, you did. You failed it, that's why it went away.
Sorry.
Okay,
You rolled,
I didn't see the
you
fail.
got a 9. You got a 9 on the con
Okay.
save.
sounds good. Let's see. I'm going to pull out the hound and put him right there.
Okay, keep in mind
Actually,
you are heavily obscured. I'm not sure if that requires...
Yeah, that's right. I have to see him. Alright, I'm just going to cast Blink. I was trying to do something else besides that, but I think this Blink's the best I got.
Boop, boop.
It's not bad if you blink out.
Let's see if it works. And then I'll end my turn, so I'm going to roll my d20.
Nice.
Yes!
Into the
Yes!
Oh,
border ethereal.
And I
Thank
gotta
God.
say, I'm glad it. This is kind of a shitty thing to say, but I'm glad it's you, not me. Because if it was me, I'd already be dead.
I'm pretty damn close.
Scam.
Going to start moving my whirlwind this direction. We're gonna... Can I like go down and pick up her and then move it 10 feet more?
Yeah, how far can you move it? It's like...
30 feet is
Very well.
the max.
Yeah, that's only 20 feet. Alright. Vampire is hit by the whirlwind. Ah! You hear him scream. And they make a dex save. They fail. They take damage. They get sucked up and restrained. And you just hear multiple bones being snapped. They're all mangled up from the whirlwind.
Oh, we'll get it there. Careful to not get Portia.
Portia, don't step in the wind.
And then as a bonus action, we're gonna bamf away back into the Spirit Guardians
Nice.
because I don't want to be there.
Nice, nice, nice.
Right. Portia looks up at the whirlwind and says, "This is new."
Don't go in it.
I'm not planning to, don't worry. Meanwhile, Ishan's having his own little one-on-one battle. Whoops, that should be a stake attack. So, he would have hit. Ah! He just, stakes a vampire.
Well done.
Steps out.
1 down, 10 to go.
Who is next? He runs up and he'll, he's not going to drop the stake. So he'll just end his turn there. Because I feel like if you drop the stake in the fog, it's going to be hard to find again.
I didn't think about that.
Right, vampires start getting away from the Spirit Guardians, but they're going to try and pick up a souvenir on the way. Isuban runs at Dagger and tries to grab onto her. Miss. The long claws of the vampire reach out to you again. And you get grabbed, Dagger. You don't take any damage, but instead, the vampire is going to grapple you. And then start dragging you back. Drags you back 5 feet. Brew.
Yeah. I think I heard some activity going on over there, so I'm going to go over there. Yeah, the one that's holding dagger. I'll stab at it. I'll use an interactive object to draw out my stake, my enlarged stake, and attack the one holding dagger with it as an improvised weapon.
You hear Ishan call out to you, "You're supposed to do it when they're unconscious!" And you just smack the vampire over the face with the stake.
I used the wrong end of it, probably.
And the piercing damage is resisted. So 4 piercing damage. The radiant energy, though, one of the vampire's weakness, radiant energy flares up, and the 1d6 is for.
That's the divine. That's part of the divine fury.
Oh,
so
it's
that's
1d6
all.
plus 8. Okay, so it's 9 radiant damage. Cool. All right, yeah, that definitely left a mark on the vampire.
And then, with my bonus action, I'll go ahead and try to grapple that same one.
Okay. The vampire is going to try to do nothing. You just squeeze onto her waist. Pick her up like a candy bar.
And hit her again with the stake.
Hit. You bamf her with the stake again, and even though she's resisting the damage, it's still bruising her. Stake her in the face. Like
Take that! Rawr! Now you're my prey.
The vampires spawn in the whirlwind. They're all just gonna try and worm their way out. They're gonna try to like. This one's gonna try to like kick her legs like she's swimming. And
So when they get out, they get thrown 3d6 times 10 feet in a random direction.
Holy shit.
roll me 3d6. Yeah.
Wait, 3d6 times 10?
Jesus.
Holy shit. It chokes them.
It's a twister!
So yeah, roll us 3d6, Scamp. And now roll me a 1d8.
20 feet.
That's 100 feet in whatever 4 means.
I imagine it's gonna hit a wall.
She just gets like launched into Portia, basically. And yeah, just hits Portia. And she's not thrown far enough to take any damage. Neither are knocked prone, but basically just deposited into Portia. She goes south. And then the vampire just moves out and looks around, looks confused and says, "Oh no." Portia smiles and says, "Thank you, Scamp. How did you know I was eyeing this one off?"
Intuition?
And then she just starts beating it with her greatsword, like basically bludgeoning the vampire because the vampire's resisting the damage, but she's like using it like a cricket bat. Smacks the vampire over the face, and she's like just beating it into submission.
Dude, she does so much damage.
There's one ready for staking over here. And she's limited vision, so she's gonna have to run over here. Dagger.
Okay, I will stab at the one grappling me.
Hit. Alright, you just impale the vampire straight through the neck. They choke on blood, and their eyes look feral. They keep on hissing at you and spinning their head side to side, and the vampire's still coming at you.
Damn, it's close.
I can't do anything else. I don't like being in the middle of people.
Sounds understandable.
Cresta casts a spell magic on the whirlwind.
Ooh.
attempts to dispel it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Damn.
The whirlwind vanishes, and both vampires thud to the ground.
So unlucky.
And she's you can see what she's doing, Kate. She's looking around for you, and then she's going to move up here and climb up the wall 5 feet like a spider. 10 feet actually.
Gross.
This vampire spawn is slightly injured and they regenerate. They start attacking Pavel. Claws first.
Oh my fucking god.
He's going to crit you for 10 points of damage.
Oh,
Wow.
That's not good.
She slashes you across the face, and then she tries to grab onto your shoulders. You push her off, but immediately when the haste wears off, you're not feeling too hot. And she just stays there, trying to get a bite to eat. Hector is going to attack Ishan. And Ishan's grabbed. And he starts getting dragged back. Well, apparently Spirit Guardians goes as well. The vampire grapples the Spirit Guardian. And then Ishan's just trying to resist, and the vampire's trying to bite his neck. Rolling.
If there was a way to get rid of the haste hangover, I would do it for you there, Pavel, but nothing I
It's
can
all
do
good,
for you.
man. It's all good. Bad rules.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna go for the lowest common denominator here, and we'll try to take this one out. I'm just gonna use one charge of my Wand of Magic Missiles. Whip you!
3 darts fly out from the wand, all slam into the vampire and knock her straight to the ground.
There's another one for staking. And we're gonna go hang out with Darius. Seems like it's more fun in the Spirit Guardians.
It feels safer here.
Yeah.
Way more safer.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys see some Spirit Guardians as well, maybe, ish. Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Darius. You're up.
Yeah, I am going to designate this vampire as a planar enemy, and I am going to try and beat the living shit out of her with my flail. Him. Sorry, that's a him.
For some reason, these ones all look the same.
Yep. Did it work? There it goes.
Hit.
Oh, I forgot you had a. I forgot you had a flail. I was like, don't you mean a whip?
The
Oh, I actually have 4 weapons.
flail lets out a bit of a bang from the force energy, taking out massive chunks of the vampire's flesh. She almost loses her grip on you. Hit. And it's not enough to put her out. You just slap her over the face, you hear the clanging of the flail's chain. Her face is covered in blood, but it's not quite enough to put her down. I feel like the Spirit Guardians is going to endure to that though. Anyway, and yeah, at the start of her turn, she's just going to fall unconscious from
smelted.
the radiant energy.
Nice.
Let's go of you, Darius. No need to roll the damage.
It's another one ready for the staking.
I mean, I might just to see what it is, because it's kind of fun rolling 78.
Sure.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Good one.
This vampire gets over the radiant burn from the spirit guardians from earlier, and she's gonna try and grab herself some dagger. And dagger, you get grabbed. You're grappled. No
Oh,
damage.
they like me.
She starts dragging you off, and she provokes an opportunity attack from her when she does that. You take a swing with the stake, but she's too quick and she ducks underneath the attack. When she gets you back here, she tries to grab your wrist and drink your blood dagger. But you pull your hand away. Tell her that that's bad social distancing.
It is very bad social distancing.
The whirlwind vampire springs to their feet like a cat. Some of the injuries are starting to clear up now. Your fingers are snapping back into place. And the vampire's first instinct is to dash at Portia. Pavel.
Hangover.
You're not feeling too good for one round. You recover at the end of your turn. Another vampire hisses, jumps to her feet, and rushes Brew with a dash action. As she's going over there, her head was the wrong way around. She readjusts it so it's facing the right way.
Oh, I've had that happen. Yeah, keep twisting it.
Alright,
Why
Cade,
can't I
you
see anything?
blink back into
So I'm gonna-
distance.
I get to pop out 10 feet. So I'm going to pop out outside the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And then I'm sure no big surprise what I'm going to do.
GTFO?
I am going
You
to
need to
teleport.
stand up, you're heavily obscured.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I'll use half my movement.
In the ethereal plane, you could see through the fog, but in Shadowfell, it's heavily
Sure.
obscured.
So I'll stand up. And then I'll go 5. That should be fine. And then I will teleport. Oops. To right there. Bonus action. Out of nowhere, to at least Brew, I will fire on that one. Firebolt.
Yeah, I actually had no idea where you were, for reals.
Which one?
Yeah.
The one to the left of Brew?
Right here.
Alright, let me just check something. That it's let me just check distance here.
Sure.
Oh, it might not be able to see you.
Yeah. You have advantage, she doesn't see you, and that fireball comes out of nowhere and slams into her.
Nice.
Scorches her for 14 points of damage.
It's actually 15.
15.
And that is every action I could do, so I'm going to roll my d20 here and hope I disappear. Oops. There we go.
Woo!
Back into the water theory.
Thank God.
Scam.
Alright. Darius, you want to be closer to vampires, right? Alright. With his permission, I am going to teleport him 30 feet to right next to Pavel.
Oh, nice.
That is the last time I can teleport until we long rest, though. And then I'm going to pull out a stake. I'm going to have to stab this guy.
Alright,
Woo!
you can only hear the vampire kind of making some noises. You can't actually see them. So it's advantage and disadvantage to stake the vampire in the fog. Make a
And
improvised weapon attack.
which is just strength, right?
Yeah, strength-based attack.
Oh, I
And
missed.
you stake the ground.
I'm not very good at this, guys.
Ishan just says, "Get off me!" and he keeps on swiping his greatsword at the vampire, trying to beat it down. This vampire starts to regenerate, and they're going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I radianted that one.
True.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even start to regenerate. It just flails about flails about on the ground, basically. Just continues.
I think I'm grappling. I think I'm holding it too.
Yeah, she's grappled by him. Yeah. I don't think Darius would be able to disintegrate it with the radiant damage, but anyway, she's going to have the radiant damage reapplied to her. So, still not going to regenerate. Brew.
With them being unconscious in my grapple and my size and that, can I use that vampire as an improvised weapon on the other vampire that's standing here?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
I'll swing the vampire at the vampire.
Okay, it's, yeah, going to cost movement speed to move the vampire around, because,
Okay.
still a bit awkward. Yeah.
I would like to be reckless about this attack.
Okay. It would just cost you, it cost you 10 feet of movement to get a room for that.
Okay.
So we moves over like this. You pull the vampire over and smack her into that vampire. She's surrounded in radiant energy. You do that, and it knocks that vampire to the.
That's fantastic.
And then with my stake, I'll go ahead and stake. Oh, I'll stake the one I just killed. I like this new weapon, so. Stake.
And you jam the stake, which is like the size of a small tree trunk, straight through the vampire, and they turn into fiery ash. They vanish completely.
Scooch on down here. Bringing Elucabon with me. Hey, dagger. Got any another one to stake? Look, I got one in my hand here. It's already dead, though. I mean, stab it if you want. I mean, actually, okay. Well, here's the question. So I used 10 to move Elucabon there, 15 to move down. Do I have enough movement left to put Elucabon in the Spirit Guardians?
You've used 40 feet of movement.
Oh, then I do not.
When you drag another creature.
Oh yeah, even.
Down.
Yeah.
Unless
I thought I
the
might
two
be big
sizes
enough,
larger. You're only large.
Right.
You're about the size of an ogre. Alright, so vampire gets up. Jumps to its feet. And rushes Brew with a dash action.
Bring it.
Portia's gonna swing at the vampire next to her. And she can barely see by the looks of things, judging from your light. Keep in mind she doesn't have a candle and she doesn't have dark vision. But she does hit the vampire. And she doesn't have a stake either. There's another one ready, she says as she knocks the vampire out. She looks over and runs to this next one and attacks. And she just pummels it for 11 damage.
Nice.
Jimmy looks sad, like a little bit sad because she's way stronger than him.
Even Jimmy
He hasn't been speaking too much anymore, old Jimmy.
Oh!
You're
Yeah, that
critting the vampire in front of you, I presume.
Yes,
It-
I
it
am.
dies.
ready for staking.
It has been staked.
Yep. As the vampire's grabbing you and attempt to drag you in dagger, you've just got the rapier up and straight through her throat. She falls to the ground, unconscious, and her grip is released.
Okay. I will come and play in the Spirit Guardians. I'll come on the side of the Spirit Guardians.
Just gotta check something here. Caresta is going to I'm just checking range. Alright, she's just gonna try to dispel magic on your spirit guardians, Darius. She doesn't like that. And when she casts a spell, she needs to make a wisdom check. DC 17. But she's unable to dispel it. You can just kind of hear her hissing off in the distance. Alright, this vampire starts to turn the spirit guardians and take 78 radiant damage. The radiant energy is truly eating through the vampire's flesh, and they're just hanging on to their existence. All they can attempt is to try and feed, to try and repair themselves. They're going to try and grab you, Darius. They miss. They desperately try to claw at you again, and they miss. And then they're going to just stay there. Wait for the spirit guardians to consume them. Meanwhile, Ishan's getting dragged a bit of ways. And he's getting bitten and ripped apart. I'm okay, he says. When clearly not.
You look a bit tinged.
Rolling.
Let's see. I'll try to put the vampire down. I'll get the stake out and get him.
Give us your best strength check. And Scamp points out the spot where you need to stake, and you stake the exact same spot that Scamp staked, which is just the ground.
That's actually even lower because it's adding my jack of all trades to that, which it wouldn't for an attack, I assume. So.
Yeah, not for an attack roll.
So yeah, it's a 1.
She basically trips you up when she's trying to point out the location to you.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh well. Hopefully it doesn't come back up and get us. So I'm gonna move back over here into the Spirit Guardians again. And I'm gonna do, let's see, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do a power chord with my bonus action. And this one will be for Ishan, Darius, Dagger, Brew, and Scamp. That's 5.
I would use just a bit of movement to move myself a bit to the northeast, and then move Eluciban into the Spirit Guardians.
I am moving 1 square.
There. There.
Yeah, that's great. Sure. Thank you.
All right. I think that's it.
Darius.
Yeah. Gonna continue to beat this poor creature. Planar, first bonus action, planar warrior, her, and then keep going with the flail.
Nice.
Woo!
And you put her down.
Ready for the staking.
And I just, Pavel, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I will. You know what? I'm gonna come up here to. Well, yeah, I'll come up here to give Ishan some coverage.
Nice.
Nice.
I got this, he says, and the vampire just gives you a thumbs up, as well as she has her fangs firmly attached to his neck.
It's like he's got it. Don't worry.
You can hear a bit of radiant energy crackling around near your feet, Scamp, and the vampire kind of just twitching slightly. This vampire gets back up and basically just tries to hug your leg, Brew.
I do that thing where you try to shake it, where you're like your young cousin, you're dragging him around by the ankles. Yeah.
That's a... And you kind of kick her back with the first attack, but the second one, you're grabbed. And she drags you back 5 feet with the loss of her movement speed. You don't take any damage, just grappled. However, that does break the grapple from her. Because
Oh.
you don't have enough reach to keep that grapple up.
Okay, you can grapple someone out of a grapple. Okay.
Yeah, the condition ends if the grappler is moved away from... If an effect removes a grappled creature from the reach of the grappler.
Yeah, good to know.
And she's still trying to bite your leg. This vampire is starting to regenerate, but then the radiant energy is just searing into it. I don't even really think we need to make the wisdom save, but just in case, unless for some reason if Darius rolls like all ones, roll your damage for the Spirit Guardians, Darius.
I've seen stranger things.
Yeah, she's just burning and melting and twitching on the ground there. Pavel.
Alrighty. Where is it? Take off some stuff first. Alright. I'm gonna put away my flintlock, take out my broken blade pin, start stabbing these vampires. I'm gonna stab this one on the floor first.
Lined up in a neat little row for you there.
Yes.
And vanquished.
Nice.
One.
Direct hit in the heart.
Second one, this one I'm right near it, gonna stab it in his heart.
And it's a miss. The fog does not help at all. You stab the ground.
Gonna line up and try again in this blinding fog. Yes.
And you hit. Vanquished.
Cool.
I'm gonna call out to Brew. Caresta is right at my fireball, and I'm gonna fireball Caresta with the staff.
drop a fireball on her.
Can I see that?
I don't know, can you? I don't think so.
So, right. So I can't see the the fireball itself does
The
not
shadow
emit
spell would
light.
still swallow the light from the fireball.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Fireball doesn't
okay.
actually produce light anyway.
Oh,
Really?
magical fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I thought it would put out a big fireball.
Alright, she's hit. And immediately she's going to turn her attention towards you, Cage.
And then I am going to teleport there,
That's amazing.
far as I can go, and hope there's nothing worse up there.
I think she's the worst thing around anymore.
You see Scamp looking around for the stake and you realize it's in her hair somewhere, like tangled up.
I'll tell it, Scamp, you would not believe what I've been through.
Oh
And then-
yeah, and she's just like, scratching her head, looking at the ceiling.
And I don't despair. End of turn.
Alright, with a 2, you stay there. Scamp.
All right. I don't think I'm concentrating on anything anymore because I think that was for Whirlwind. But what I would like to do, and you can tell me if I can do this, is I want to pick up this vampire's body, and I'd like to drag it over to Roland and hold it above the fog, and be like, "Stab it!"
Yeah, done. You grapple the vampire. It's not able to resist. You hold it up above the fog.
Sure, you want me to
You
stab it?
point
I'm not
clearly
good
to
at
the
it.
chest of the vampire.
Somebody stab it!
I mean, I'll try. No promises, though.
Alrighty, Ishan is going to just say, I don't need your help. Look, I'm just as strong as Portia.
Aww.
He
Oh.
drops his
Little
greatsword on
buddy.
the ground accidentally.
Little buddy!
I think it's time for him to get above ground now.
Spends the rest of his time fumbling around trying to pick it up from the fog.
Sean, you're trying too hard.
Hey,
Just act normal.
I killed one. Don't forget that, and don't forget me. Brr.
Gonna tuck this here wooden stake into my belt, next to my even larger, enormous belly, and then attempt to grapple Arth.
The vampire's
Oh.
gonna try and slip out of your grip, and no. You just instantly grab it.
And then tuck him up under my arm, like against that same ginormous belly.
The vampire.
You know how you carry.
Starts retching.
Like- Then I'll attempt to grapple Nath.
Okay, yeah, you grab that one too.
Yeah, tuck him up with the other arm. Move up this way.
Alright, so how much have you moved so far?
I moved 5 with Arth equals 10, and then I think I just moved another 15.
Yeah, with the vampires and
I
moving
think
them
I would-
around, you get there. That's 40.
Thank you. Perfect. Hey, you guys think I could juggle him?
Probably.
Ah! There is a fate worse than death! They scream, and they try to make
Bruce armpits.
they try to make the most of the situation, and they just say, "Well, if we can't beat him, join him," and they sink further into Bruce's arm.
Join my hunt.
Ew.
We are one.
And Nath tries to claw their way inside your armpit deeper and deeper until you're grappled. I just realized you were grappled, Brew, as well, weren't you, right? So, no movement. 0 movement.
I don't think
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
No, I don't think I was
you got-
grappled by either of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one grappled you, right? Yeah, this one had you grappled.
Oh, he did grapple me.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. None of that.
Well,
None of that could have worked.
It doesn't matter. You'll be back here, basically. That's all it's going to happen. Alright, you're grappled by both of them now. You still got them under your arms, though. But yeah, they're clawing at the ground, clawing at the wall, and preventing you from moving as well. It's one big grapple fest down there. Everyone's grappling everyone. You've got both of them grappled, and both of them have you grappled. Alright, Portia looks quite astonished. And she says, I think I'm going to go help Jimmy. I don't need your help! She hands him his greatsword, and then comes over and just starts wrecking the vampire. I know how to do that. I have a greatsword too. Dagger.
I will shoot that one.
Can help out Jimmy.
I will help out Jimmy. Samurai Jimmy.
That hits. 30 damage as a bolt in that vampire's neck. She's bleeding profusely and she's about to drop. Carest is going to take a dash action and run over to you, Brew.
Hey, where'd you come from?
As she runs up to you, the Spirit Guardians starts to envelop you. And it's only if you start your turn and it doesn't damage you yet. You need to start your turn in it, or you need to enter it, not it enter you.
And what are they again? What are the creatures?
They're little dragons flying around there in the necrotic energy. She's going to go up over here as well, and then she's going to go up 15 feet, so she's in the space above you.
Nice trick. I like the dragons.
She smiles at you. Says, that's my own personal touch.
Now I'm going to eat your liver.
It's probably all dry and nasty, Brew.
You notice throughout the blood that soaks her, she has this tattoo of a dragon on her chest as well. Alright. Ishan says, I've got this! I've got this! Ha! And as he's about to swing, the Spirit Guardian just melts that vampire down, most likely. If Darius rolls damage. And doesn't roll all ones. Yep. The vampire falls to the ground, burnt with radiant energy. And, I forgot. Caressa regenerates too. Alright, Caressa's going to take a legendary action, and she's going to get herself a piece of brew. She's going to try and grab you with her claws, Brew.
Bring it.
She misses. Roland.
Roland's just gonna sigh and look at the steak in his hand. He's like, this isn't gonna be any easier than when it was on the ground, really.
You can see it now!
I'll take a swing.
And as she's trying to point the vampire out to you, she's shaking it around like crazy. She just won't hold it still, and you end up just like staking him straight in the nuts.
Oh! Did you learn from me with the drow?
I mean, honestly, that should make them disappear too.
I feel like that's like one of those like spoof horror movies. You ready to have him? Dale and Tucker takes on evil.
Yeah, me and Scamper and like just this, like this buddy movie that's just a comedy of errors.
Yeah.
I don't really have a good bonus action.
Sorry.
So it's not your fault. That's it.
Caresta's going to take a legendary action, and she attempts to grapple Brew again. And she grabs you, Brew. You're grappled by her. She doesn't take the attack, though. She doesn't do any damage to you. So you've got like a 3-way grapple now. Good luck.
This thing's about to come back to.
Darius.
So, I'm going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 puts me there. Well, no, actually I want to be just outside hers. But I'm going to do something that's potentially stupid, but could be really...
Yeah.
Waiting for my page to open because my laptop is slow right now. Yep. Cool. You see Darius like just sheath the flail really quick, reach up his hand, and close a fist. And behind Caresta, we'll say about right here, a massive spirit in full plate armor with a giant greatsword appears as I cast Guardian of Faith right behind her.
Alrighty.
Oh.
She looks over at the Guardian. She looks over at you. And she says, your faith has no place here.
We'll see what Helm has to say about this dark cunt.
Wow. Alright.
Whoa, that went somewhere. Whoa.
She's going to take a legendary action.
What?
She's going to start dragging Brew away.
She hit her
And
with a
drag him
hard
around the
G.
corner. And let me fix all this up. So
Would she trigger that Guardian of Faith then, as she moves?
that's if you move to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian. She moves not within 10 feet of the Guardian. But
She
she moves into this space that's not within 10 feet of the Guardian.
so it doesn't work in reverse if they leave, if they start in the space.
No, it would say so if it did that. It
Damn.
says any hostile creature that moves. It's a control spell. You put it there, and you don't want creatures to move into that space.
Okay. Then
She drags you away, Brew. She drags you. Where are you? You're up here, right? She drags you like that, and like that, and then what?
Sorry, I was just trying to get my candle going there.
Yeah, she's gonna have to take you away from her spawn, even though that pains her to do so. She's more interested in taking you away though, and she's got you up now too, Brew. You're 30 feet off the ground. Oh no, you're 15 feet off the ground. She drags you up. She climbs the wall.
Oh, you're a good climber. You ever been to sea?
Alrighty, Gaston is going to wake up in your hands, scamp. Prone. And just starts trying to claw away at you, scamp. And the vampire grapples you. And attempts to bite you. Needs blood. But misses. She's prone, so kind of holding your neck away from her. Alright, this vampire is probably going to 100% get decimated from the Spirit Guardians. Most likely. Takes 78 radiant divided by 2. It puts her down. Radiant energy eats away at her flesh. And this one is just continuing to getting hit by the radiant energy. Pavel.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna stab the one on the floor real quick.
Alright, Pavel's on stake duty.
Ah!
Miss. You hit her just glancing her waist.
Second time.
And again, you jam the stake into her, but it must have missed her heart. By an inch.
Third. Come! Oh no!
Yeah.
And you just hit the ground that time.
You've lost your mojo.
Cage.
What to do? I go ahead and firebolt this one. He seems to be imminent.
Now that's disadvantage. That hits. And it knocks the vampire back out.
And then I will.
I can give another chance.
Yeah, there you go. Try again. I will see what they're on. Yeah. Where can I get? I'm gonna teleport right there. There we go.
Cage must be loving this room. Like,
Oh, this is the
barely
best.
any light.
There we go. Oh my god, look at all that.
Alright, scan.
I'm gonna. Oh, Jesus. Can I attempt to stake it while I'm grappling it?
You don't use a shield or anything, so yeah, you've got
I do have a shield.
oh,
So
vampire in one hand,
I
shield in
cannot.
the other. Yeah. You'd have to drop the vampire and give it a go.
I mean, I wouldn't let it go anyway. But,
With with Warcaster, could I still cast spells while I'm grappling it?
Yes.
Using like my shield hand?
Yeah, you can use spells that have somatic components, even if your hand is
Alright.
not free.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it back over this way. And I can't see Cage.
Imagine Scan's just got this vampire. Like, anyone want it?
Somebody come grab this!
did Cage blink out?
Oh yeah, you didn't roll for your blink, Cage. So you roll a d20.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Could be important.
Order ethereal for you. Alright, you've used your movement speed, Scamp. What do you want to do for your action? Or bonus action?
I will. Heck, I'll just cast Cure Wounds on myself at that point, at first level. And then I'm gonna give Ishan some Fey Energy Dice as my bonus action.
And the blood spurting out from his neck starts to... Actually, he's been bitten that many times, that almost fills him up full. He's lost that much of his hit points.
He would get 3 temporary hit points on top of that, except I think he's got the temporary hit points from Roland's.
He should still have the 14 from the power.
Yeah.
He's looking a lot better, apart from all the bite marks all over his neck. I told you I got this. Ah! That's
go.
2! I killed 2! More
Yes.
than Portia!
Well, come over and kill this one.
Yes! Excuse me, Portia, but I have a business to attend to. Staking business. You wouldn't understand. And then he misses. He drops the stake on the ground again. Oh shit, where was it? spends the rest of his turn looking for it before picking it up.
Oh man.
Alright, Brew. You start your turn in the evil spirit guardians. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, those are my specialty.
The evil spirit guardians hit you for 24 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, Brew probably enjoys that by now. How's she grappling me? What's she holding me by?
Her hand.
What part of me?
It's your arm.
Okay. Gonna sort of absorbing in the energy of the pain from her spirit guardians, turn that into fury and attack recklessly with the wooden stake I'm holding.
Woo!
Hit. She hisses when the radiant energy hits her. Ah, that burns. She resists the piercing damage. So that's 9 radiant and 6 piercing. 14 points of damage.
And then I think at this point is when Brew goes into one of those places in the midst of rage where it's sort of the eye of the storm, and he just looks her in the eye and says something like, "So, do you like to be the hunter?" And I'll attempt to grapple her as a bonus action.
She says, oh, I thought I was messed up. And you grab her.
And then with my other attack, this will be a headbutt, and I'll say, well, how does it feel to be the prey?
Hit. You headbutt her and she just says, you don't understand. You are the prey here. We are not alone. He already knows that you're here.
I know you are, but what am I?
She narrows her gaze at you. She says, I'm telling on the teacher. The vampire spawn's gonna make a wisdom save. She also apologized to her spawn. I'm sorry, my spawn, but it was either you or me. And I'm thirsty. She succeeds the wisdom save for the spirit guardians. That's you, Darius. And it doesn't put her down. She's just going to move 30 feet through the spirit guardians, or 20 feet through the spirit guardians, and just come in at you, Darius. She's going to try and grab onto you with her claws. She grapples you, and then she's just going to attempt to try and sink her teeth into you. You don't take any damage from that claw attack. She tries to bite you, but she can't get to that neck. And that's it. Can't move anymore. Her turn is done. Portia is going to move forward, and she's going to pull out a light crossbow. And she just says to Darius, move your head to the left a little, please. And
yep, I just kind of lean my head.
Alright. She bounces her crossbow off your armor, her arrow off your armor. She looks around and just says, Ishan, watch where you're firing. Ends her turn. Dagger.
Okay, I will take a shot at Nate. Nate.
Hit. And you put the vampire down.
No, I'll stay right here.
Caresta is going to just recover from the radiant damage, and she just says, that really burns, you know. I'll deal with you. Get your stinking hands off of me. And then she very quickly murmurs, actually, no. She's going to actually cast a spell. She's going to try something a bit different first. A spiritual black dragon flies over from behind you and tries to hit you. And she'll do this at second level.
I see you pointing behind me, but I'm not gonna look. I know there's nothing back there.
You just feel an explosion of 9 force damage. And as that's happening, she's going to try and bite you. She hits. And you take 2 piercing damage and 11 necrotic damage. 13 points. And the 11 comes off your max hit points. And she drinks your blood. As you hear her drinking up your blood, you're seeing small injuries vanish. And as she's doing this, she's digging her claws into you as well to draw even more blood. And she crushes you for 6 bludgeoning damage. And she's not able to move, so she stays there stuck to the wall. Rolling.
Let's see. Do I want to embarrass myself again trying to stab?
Go for it. Go for
Stab a
it.
vampire.
I can do it.
You can't fail all the time.
Yeah, I guess that's
Portia
true.
says, even
Coming
Jimmy
down-
can stake them.
coming down here just to.
I mean, statistically, it makes no difference, actually. It's exactly the same as every other time you tried.
Yeah. So, go back.
Everyone's ushering you on to stake the vampire roll.
Roll it, stake it, stake
It'd be
it.
a lot easier if it
Roll
was
it.
this damn hog.
I believe in you.
Nope.
And everyone calls out to her
12.
so much it just becomes
Oh, crap.
distracting. And now you stake her, but luckily it's not a complete miss. But you must have been about a half an inch away from her heart. You hit her straight in the chest. Blood soaks her garb, but it doesn't kill her. You also have advantage on this with scam holding her up like that too. It's not enough.
And I'm just gonna use my last 5 feet to do that. That's it.
At the end of your turn, Caresta's going to keep on chowing down on some fresh brew. She continues trying to bite you. And she bites you for another 2 piercing and 13 necrotic. 15 points in total. The 13 comes off your max hit points. And she drinks your blood. Even more of her injuries disappear. Darius.
Oh, I was using that blood.
It's mine now.
I'll move there. And well, fuck it. Everything else is not working. So yeah, I'm going to tell Callista to be gone and drop a flame strike on her. Because why the fuck not?
Okay. I presume you put it over here so it doesn't hit Brew.
Yeah, it would be kind of centered more to like her backside rather than the front side.
The flame strike comes screeching down from above. It hits her, and when it kind of hits her, it spreads outwards. And she's going to try and dodge that. She'll burn a legendary resistance. She chooses to succeed that saving throw, and she doesn't take the full brunt, but the radiant energy does eat into her flesh and prevents her from regenerating. She's so quick, it's like supernatural the way she moves to avoid that.
All these.
And she's going to take a legendary action, and she's going to keep on digging her claws into Brew. Take another 6 points of damage, Brew.
I'm starting to get used to this. You should give me your number.
The vampire in Scamp's hands wakes up, and Jimmy just says, "Oh fuck!" as it tries to just grab his face. It misses him, and it tries again, and it just slashes him across the face. This vampire just keeps on getting churned away from the radiant energy, and this one does not get back up yet. Kalia does not get back up. Pavel.
Frustratingly, just trying to find the heart. Just gonna keep stabbing repeatedly. This is like a weird murder scene. Just,
How is this possible?
What's Pavel doing over there? He's hunched over and he's repeatedly motioning his arms up and down.
Oh god.
This is not the time or the place for that, Pavel.
You can't
I'm trying to stab the vampire!
Can't see
That's
above
not a
Pavel's
special hug,
waist,
buddy.
dude.
That's what they all say.
Trying to stab the vampire. Is that what they call it these days?
And eventually you get it, Pavel, and the vampire is vanquished.
There's another one over here, Pavel, that's still up.
Yep. I'll take out my pistol. Wait, no. Put away the stake, take out the pistol, and just fire at this one real quick. Right there.
Alright, disadvantage. It is prone. Scamp's like holding her up by the leg, upside down. And that hits. And she is still alive.
Bonus
Still
action.
conscious. That hits, and you render the vampire unconscious again, until she inevitably wakes up.
I mean, okay, hey, we got 4 people over here now. I mean, somebody.
Alright, Cage, you blink back
Shake his head.
in. Someone will get it eventually.
Tell
Eventually.
Portia to take your steak, Roland.
Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad idea at all.
So, Cage is casting Mel's Mighty Meteors. As the action, I'm going to put 2 of them right behind.
Okay, you hold the first one over, it explodes next to Caresta, and she dodges out of the way.
So that's for 8 points. Here's the second one.
And she's going to try and dodge. She dodges. And she will use a legendary resistance to succeed that concentration saving throw.
Damn.
Against her Spirit
Okay.
Guardians.
And then I'm going to bonus action Quicken, Firebolter.
Hit. Fireball slams into her. And
Damn it.
she's looking kind of scorched up. She does hold on to that concentration, however.
We'll get her.
Trying to get her to drop that. Alright, that's it. Oh, let me roll my D20. Sorry. Yep, I stay in.
We're gonna keep continually trying to drag it towards the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Scam comes running over, just dragging the vampire by the leg along the ground and holds it up again.
I mean, might as well try to stab it.
I can't. I've got a shield in my hands. I'd have
Oh
to
yeah.
go. But I will use my action to make sure that Brew is in range, and then I will cast heal on him.
Wow.
Nice.
Heal's such a good spell.
Wow, thank you, Scout. Oh, that feels a lot better.
Get her!
Alright, Deshaun. Go for it.
Ha! That's 3! He stakes it straight in the heart.
Come get this one!
How many have you staked, Portia?
Well, I mean, she's put a couple of them down, at least, that I've seen.
And he misses with that attack. Brew. Make a wisdom saving throw for the Spirit Guardians.
I'm good at those.
The necrotic dragons hit you for 24 points of damage.
Is it possible to shove her prone in this circumstance?
Yeah, you can make her prone.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I get this bird in my ear that tells me not to do it. I'm sure actually by now you know my technique. You see me going for it and call it out, and so I will not. I will simply attack her straight up. I'll actually put my stake away, pull out an adamantine hand axe, and say, "You remind me of this tick I once had," and try to hit.
Miss. She dodges that attack.
Try again.
That hits her. Alright, she's hit for 10 points of radiant damage and 5 points of slashing damage. The pick burns into her, prevents her from regenerating.
You're a tricksy one. I like your tactics. You're still gonna die.
This vampire is just convulsing in the radiant energy. Portia is going to just run over and snatch the stake off Jimmy. Hey!
That's just rude.
Could have took the one out of my hair, you know.
And she misses. She looks around and points at Jimmy.
I saw that.
It's okay, Portia. It's harder than it looks.
Can you not stab 3 times?
Okay, let me make sure. Yeah. Shoot Cresta.
Yeah. Alright, she fills that crossbow bolt. It's not a crit, but still. It's
Mistake.
hit her like kind of in the neck, and blood sprays out everywhere. She drops her concentration and hisses. And she looks bloody.
You're welcome.
I like the
Nice.
damage on the stake, so it's a one dead vampire. That's good.
Alright, she's not looking too happy now, Caresta. And the radiant energy starts to subside, prevents her from regenerating. She is going to cast a spell. And she just says,
Can I counterspell that?
"Oh, you're too far away, Cage.
Okay.
Counterspell's range is 60 feet. Oh, and you know what? You're not actually.
Yeah, I thought it was there.
You are 60 feet.
Counterspell.
Alright, you
Nice.
attempt to counterspell her, and you need to make a charisma check.
Sweet.
Woo!
You counterspell her, intercepting her attack.
Ha. Fucker.
She
Fucking
then
A.
brings the spiritual weapon down on Brew. Get Get off of me! Tries to you with it. And she misses you. She just stays there, but she just starts cackling now. Well played, well done. This was fun. Roll 1.
10 feet. 25. Not really a good way to do this. How tall are the ceilings in here?
In this room, like 60 feet high. It's huge.
60 feet. Is she like on the same level as Brew, or like
She is
above?
actually in the space above him, so she's like 30 feet up. So she's in.
Good to know. I'm going to take out the wand of fireballs, and I'm gonna load it down with we'll say 2 charges. So I'll just roll like I regularly do here, and then I'll add another, just one more d6, right?
Yeah. Or 4th level extra d10.
Good roll.
She takes the full brunt. 38 fire damage scorches her very badly.
Nice. Oh, that's good. It's always good.
Just keeps on cackling.
Roll
at you.
is a little manic himself.
Brave adventurers.
I mean, I think we're pretty brave. I mean, considering that, you know, there's a very high possibility that we're all going to die in here, but still, I think we're doing pretty good. You know, other than that.
Caress is going to take a legendary action, and she smirks at you, Roland, and she attempts to sink her fangs into Brew's neck. She bites him. You take 3 piercing damage and 9 necrotic. 12 points in total. And the 9 comes off your max hit points as she drinks your blood. Darius.
Alright, I will... Oh, she doesn't have her... Ooh, she doesn't have the spirit guard.
You won't be able to
I
get her
just
with spirit
left
guard.
that.
She's 30 feet up.
Oh, she's 30 feet up. I'm going to draw my hand back and pop a little bit of light, say a quick blessing to Helm, and I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at 4th level. At her.
Direct hit.
Nice.
The radiant energy comes out like a big star-shaped beam. Hits her straight in the chest. Radiant energy flares up. It continues to highlight her, so the next attack has advantage, and she's about to fall apart by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'll stay right where I am, actually.
She's going to continue to dig her claws into Brew using a legendary action. And she misses. This vampire's still just spazzing out in the radiant energy. Pavel.
Alrighty. Gonna start with this one. Nah, oh god. Now I have witnesses that know that I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just gonna see stabbing the vampire in the ground.
Like,
As they say,
gives you a strange
quote
look.
unquote.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just trying to stab the vampire.
We can't see what you're doing down in the fog. Still looks weird.
You vanquish the vampire.
I'm gonna stab this one next.
And
Yes!
Another one. And Ishan says, "Good job, Pavel. See, that's how you do it, Portia."
Oh my goodness, don't make me cut your tongue out.
I'm gonna dust myself off, put back the thing, the stake. Take out my pistol, line it up, and start firing at this thing with my other 2 shots. Sharpshooter, turn on. Aimed, ready, fire.
Hit. And what happens, Pavel, is it's a headshot. It's straight in the middle of her head, and she falls unconscious. But then, immediately, she opens her eyes again and wakes back up.
Shoot again, Pavel.
I'm gonna look quizzing, like puzzled, and it's like let's try this again. Wow!
Holy monkey!
She dies.
When the bullet hits her, it just it disperses her into a vampiric mist.
What?
Oh, she's got her coffin somewhere.
It's like I accidentally fully dispersed her. Alright, she turns into a vampiric mist. Alright. The mist, it starts to slowly hover down. And it hovers down into the fog.
Gets to there. Can I send a hound over it towards it?
Go for it. Show us your hound ability. Should work. She is a vampiric mist at the moment.
Just because it can track her, at least it's. I was next. This is what I was going to do. I would have put it right next door.
Okay. The hound can try to bite her and nothing happens. It just bites mist. You're not able to grab her or bite her. Let me bring your hound out. So, basically, if you like, when she hits that fog, she's effectively invisible. Because she just blends in with that fog, so the only way you can detect her is a sense that's not sight, smell, sound, feel, or taste. Brew? Question mark. And yeah, the hound can make a perception check to attempt to try and find her, and anyone else can, for that matter.
Yeah, one of the traits of the hound is if the target was hidden, it is no longer hidden from the hound.
Okay, so it'll automatically find her. Yeah, it can't hide from the hound.
That was exactly what I was worried about, as it was going to try to run away.
Alright, so Stagger can hear it, like kind of hissing, and the hound can automatically find it. And you're welcome to follow it.
I will follow.
You can shoot it, grab it, cast spells on it. Nothing's gonna affect it in its misform.
I'll just follow it.
We should find its place and do whatever we need to do.
She was laughing a lot about as if there was more to come, like something bigger than her.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
It's the dragon.
Can't we befriend it? Like set it free?
Maybe.
I'll open the door.
Oops, I'm dragging Spirit Guardian.
You're nuts.
Oh wait,
I don't know how I had my finger on that somehow.
I think it can actually get moved by Dario. Alright, first of all, just for the encounter, let's dish out some experience points.
Okay,
Thank you.
so at this point, I don't know, because that did last a good while. Calm emotions only lasts a minute. So
When that wears off, Portia seems to be just fine. She doesn't even give
she
you
doesn't revert.
a different look or anything like that.
Oh. Okay, well that's good.
So I'll call out to you guys. I'm not in any shape to be chasing this thing. I'm gonna need to
Yeah.
get some time down.
But don't we have to put it down before she comes back?
I mean, I think
Sure
if we go
that.
in there, we're going to die.
Yep,
I mean,
probably.
that's
The hound can
my
track
opinion.
it.
Let's put her down. We can get through this. Unless we meet a dragon.
If she's
But-
retreated and made her lair in the same area that Callista or the shadow version of
Brexit
Callista
car.
is living.
Well, then maybe we find out where that is and then come back when we're rested.
I just worry that
I'll
we
go invisible.
step into this like we've already done.
Yeah.
I would be caught off guard again.
And I'm gonna slip through this door.
Okay. You head in through the door, Dagger, and you've got a dead end. There's a 20-foot high, 20-foot wide room. There's more fog
Okay,
over the
I'll
ground here.
I'll open the door.
You swing them open.
Let's see if there's one of you people with good eyes. Let's see if there's a secret passage here.
Against the back wall, there is a mural. It's of a young woman. She wears a cloak, and her cloak is billowing. And as the cloak billows upwards, it seems to become one with the night sky. And she descends on unsuspecting human mourners in a graveyard. In each hand, she clutches a dagger. It's Shah.
Does the hound know where it went? The vampire went?
The vampire's not hidden from the hound. It's not in this room.
Well, it was a cloud. Is the fog in this small room as well?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But she cannot be hidden from the hound, so she's not in this room.
Perhaps there's a grate or hole or something.
I'm
of
going
sorts.
to check for secret doors, if that's good.
Okay. Make a perception
try
check, Darius, and unless you're holding the candle up on every square inch of the wall, it's going to be a disadvantage. There's practically no light in here.
I will scour the walls.
Okay.
And Brew will shine his extra big candle around where he can.
Ishan will come in as well. Let me help you. I know I am quite tired after killing 4 vampires, but I can still hold the candle.
That was a really shitty roll.
Age is gonna search too.
Alright.
Very well.
I was also sure.
Yeah, you're seeing a mural of Shah. Alright, if everyone's searching, then it's a group check. Everyone make a perception check. At least half you need to succeed, including the hound.
I don't think Roland
Ten.
would go in the room.
If you choose to forego the perception check, then basically it's an auto fail on your behalf. The group check means the entire group makes the check.
No, I understand. I'm just saying Roland wouldn't want to go in because he'd feel it's a death trap
Oh yeah,
in
and
there.
I don't think
Trying to
Cage,
RP.
Cage doesn't want to
Yeah,
go in
right.
either because it literally is a death trap if he gets into the spirit guardian.
I'm keeping an eye on Roland, man.
Alright, you guys examine the walls, and what you notice is a 1-inch diameter hole bored into one of the gravestones.
So that's probably where she went.
Brew.
Knock it down?
Yeah, I think we need to knock it down. I pull out my warhammer. Just go like, let's get swinging.
I mean, how thick is that wall? I mean, if you knock it down like that, so something might fall. You know, the whole wall might crumble down and fall on top of you, and you'd be trapped. And well,
I don't think it's going to trap Brew.
Yeah, maybe step back so you don't get hit. But yeah, I'll try and knock it down.
I would have said I'll stone shape it, but I don't have that prepared.
All right. So would it be more of a weapon type attack or like an athletics? If it's going to be athletics,
if you're gonna break
maybe
the wall down, it's gonna take hours. You don't know how
Okay.
tall the wall. Like you're gonna be just hitting a wall, and depending on what weapon
Okay.
you're using as well.
It's not a door. It's a
We're
wall.
talking about construction here.
Okay.
There could be a
Even with
supporting
a war
wall,
pick,
it could cave the entire corridor down on you.
we're talking about mining.
You
Okay.
can
Yeah.
attempt to force it open, Rue, and you need to make an athletics check at disadvantage. You try to force it open, and it's stuck. There is something keeping this wall stuck. You feel like maybe it can open, but it ain't opening.
Does he think it's stuck from the other side?
Possibly. There's,
Okay, I have.
all you're seeing on this side is a mural. Stone
I
mural.
have a potion of gaseous form. I want to drink it.
Okay then.
You drink it,
Yeah.
and you turn into a gas. While you're a gas, your movement speed is 10 feet per round. You have resistance to all damage. You can slip through a tiny gap. As long as air can go through it, you can't go through liquids. And you can hover.
Okay, I want to try to follow through here.
You can slip in through that hole. And as you slowly move through the hole in the misty cloud form, you come to a dusty 20-foot high corridor. There are chains and manacles hanging on the wall. You can see a secret door fairly easily from this side, but there's nothing here blocking the door. It just looks like a stone wall.
Can I come out of it?
You're going to come out of gaseous form?
Yeah.
You can drop concentration, I think.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? You don't have an exit. You may be trapped in here.
Good point. I will follow. I will keep coming down.
Okay.
It's a very nice DM him, Seb.
That's just what you would think. Like, you know, if you come out of form, gaseous form, you haven't seen an exit, and you don't have any way to get out. All right. So Dagger's gone through the wall, and what are you guys doing out here? She hasn't said anything to you guys. She just turned into a gas and went through the wall.
Should have helped Brew.
Roland plays a sad song for the death of his friend.
Fine, Roland.
I'm just gonna gas around the wall down here, see if I can find another.
I'll get back to you, Dagger. I'm just we're going to go over to the rest of the party for now. So, you guys are just happy to wait, see if she comes back. As far as you know,
Yeah.
she went in there. She went out of her gaseous form, and she's stuck in there with no exit.
I'll try and open the door, but maybe ask someone to help me?
You can't open it.
Or, like, force it open?
No,
What Brew's doing?
you can't open it. There's no point in trying. I won't get you to roll a ability check when it's impossible.
Well, we
Surprised
can
you
just-
guys even found it as well. Keep in mind that when someone makes a perception check, you don't know that someone has rolled bad, so would encourage that kind of metagaming when someone rolls bad and then everyone else wants to roll until someone gets it. So door can't be open.
So we should sort of decide before if we're going to do a group check and just be like, hey, should we search this room, and then that kind of thing.
Yeah, if you all want to search, then it's a group check. That's how it works. And I would say more people looking around at the wall at the same time is going to make things harder to find as well. Anyway, you found it.
Hey, look, get out of my way.
And,
No, I was looking there. No, I was looking there.
Yeah, the door is just there's just no perceivable way to open it. You push on it with all your might, and there's something keeping it stuck.
It's probably magic or something. I don't know. Let's just take a rest. I'm sure Dag will be all right. We can keep listening. Hey, Scamp, you got good ears. Can you listen to the whole? If you hear her like dying, then we'll go get her.
You can actually hear them talking as well, Dagger, as you're slowly moving through in your mist form.
Okay.
You hear the
Kinda
sad
hear
song from Roland.
Disembodied voices. Alright, we'll go back over to the Dagger now. It looks like you guys are just chilling out waiting for her. So as you come down to the end of the corridor, you see a couple of small holes bored into the wall here, Dagger.
I'll go through them.
Alright, so make a stealth check. You're being very quiet in your misty form. You move through, and you're just sensing your environment with your blind sight. There's quite a large chamber here, and towards an alcove to the south, you see a sarcophagus with no lid. It's made from some sort of purple gemstone. It's standing on a 1-foot-high stone bier near the wall. It's a 30-foot-high room. The chamber's vaulted, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw as soon as you look at that sarcophagus. You start to feel a sense of existential dread when you look at the sarcophagus, but you find resolve and you feel it trying to repel you, but you overcome that. You notice there is a 20-foot square bas-relief mural dominating the east wall, and it's of this skeletal death knight riding on the back of a black dragon, or a shadow dragon. And there are all these withered corpses lying at the feet of the dragon mural, like worked into the relief. You can see these, looks like the dragon has struck these people down as hideous shadows rise up from the corpses. And when you get close to the sarcophagus, what you see is... I'll see you guys back in 10 minutes. We're going to take a break on that cliffhanger.
Sounds good.
Yeehaw, good fight. Holy crap.
We made it, but we're like really, I feel maybe resource drained. I don't know. Maybe.
I definitely overestimated the toughness of the Yeti. I thought it was way less hurt than it really was. It went down quicker.
Well, you gotta remember that Portia, when she's fighting something that isn't resistant to her damage, she puts out a lot of damage, apparently.
Roland, I can barely hear you. I don't know if everybody else is like that, but you're really quiet.
I could hear you, actually.
I'm talking fairly low at the moment, so.
6.
Okay.
I'm talking quietly. Sorry.
Getting your Benadryls in.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do about it. It's just gotta power through.
Yep. Vitamin C, echinacea.
Well, I mean, I don't have the flu. I've got.
I don't know why I assumed that.
I've got the Rona.
Really?
Oh my
Wow.
god.
You okay? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just... Let's see, it started... we had a guy in my office that when we found out Friday that he had he didn't show up to work Friday, and no, Thursday, and they pulled us all in at the end of Thursday and said, hey, he has corona, so Yeah. Just so that we were aware, and then Friday we took an early day because they fogged the office and did a really thorough clean.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling kind of bad towards the end of Friday, like Friday night, right before I went to bed. When I woke up, I was like, I felt like crap. So I ran a fever pretty much all weekend, and then I went in yesterday to get tested. And they said, "Yep, you're positive." And I said, "Well, shit." So
No doubt. Dang.
So
Damn.
I've been running a pretty low fever pretty much constantly. So I mean, I don't feel the greatest. I mean, I don't feel like I'm dying, but
Good.
yeah, it just sucks.
What did they tell you? Like, what can you expect? Like from, or yeah, or do you know? Or
I mean, they said that it might last for a little while, but I mean, there's nothing really to do for it. They said just take zinc, because apparently that helps the symptoms. So I've been doing that. Then, yeah, just wait and quarantine. So I'm lucky I live by myself, so that's not a huge issue. But I mean, I'm missing a lot of work, which sucks. So a lot of stuff is gonna pile up for me while I'm gone.
It sucks.
So yeah, funny thing that I didn't know about until I've actually had it. When you have corona, I don't know if it's a common symptom, but like my sense of smell and my sense of taste has just drastically reduced.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's common.
That's common.
It's common. Yeah, my best friend had that. Can smell or taste
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't know about that, and it threw me off. And I went to drink an ice cold Dr. Pepper, and I was like, that does not taste right. What's going on?
It's one of those things that's really hard to imagine.
Yeah, then nothing tasted right, and I was like, oh, well, I looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a symptom.
I naturally have almost no sense of smell, so I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Well, I mean, it's really weird for me because I have a very good sense of smell. So, like, I can usually, like, if I walk into a kitchen, somebody's cooking, I can tell what they're cooking before I ask, usually.
not at all for me. No.
But now it's really weird.
You've become mortal.
I have become mortal.
You're forced to experience the mortal realm for a period.
Oh no. So, I mean, from everything that I've heard, it doesn't last like the whole. It doesn't last a really long time, but I'm put on 2 weeks quarantine anyway, so
That's about the time it should take to clear out your system.
yeah.
And if it was like serious, you'd already know that too. I think, right? Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Presumably,
I mean,
like if you were.
Yeah, it's not. It's again. I haven't really felt bad per se. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
the fever and the things that come with the fever, but
Hey, Roland, I'm sorry, I just got back. Do you have COVID? Is that what it is?
yeah.
Do you have an oxygen meter for your blood oxygen?
I do not.
You might want to order one of them. They're really cheap, and they overnight them now. That's a good indicator if it's doing something to your lungs. And if it, the big problem with it is if it is doing something to your lungs, you off-gas CO2 better, and you won't know that you have a problem until you get really bad.
Yeah.
So that's how the people in New York, the doctors in New York were finding that they were sick and they didn't know it, is they started using those O2 monitors, the little things you stick your finger in.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
They're like $20 on Amazon, and they'll overnight them.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Good. I work in healthcare, and they have us. They gave us all those, and they have us checking ourselves constantly.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
a
yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I'll definitely order one.
What were you say, Brian? Another thing I want to tell you, Roland, is after a month, like that O2 thing sounds good. I don't know if this happened to everyone else who had the Rona, but my best friend recently he had problems breathing because of it, and he had to go to a doctor, and they gave him these special inhalers, and that's been helping him out. But that was a little bit worrisome. So after like a month or two, like once this clears out of your system, check your oxygen levels. Yeah, see if everything's alright. See if you feel weird, because that's something that happened to my friend.
Yeah, I haven't really had any. I haven't had any trouble breathing or anything like that. So.
Neither did he, but that was after a month, which is weird.
The problem is that what was happening to the doctors in New York, and now what they're saying is the way that it damages your lungs, it still allows you to off-gas CO2, so you don't feel like you're running out of oxygen. Let me send you the article. It was really interesting.
It scars them.
Oh.
It makes
but it does something weird about allowing you to off-gas still, where normally, like if you have pneumonia, you can't off-gas CO2, so you feel like you're suffocating.
Right.
That's what my friend was going. The lungs repair over time, though, right? It's not like something that's permanent. Okay,
Yep,
thank
exactly.
God. Jesus.
But what was happening is people were presenting to the hospital with like blood oxygen below 50%, which means they shouldn't be able to walk. And they were arguing with the doctor saying they're fine. And so that's how they figured that out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely order one of those though.
Yeah, and that's why they end up on the ventilator with oxygen.
When did your buddy go through that, Pavel?
Oh, that was I think like last month, like August. Yeah, August. Sometime in August, because I also had to take 2-month quarantine, even though I wasn't infected. Luckily, because I hanged out with him. I was dumb. I assumed he had the flu, just normal sickness. It was actually the Rona. I hanged out with him full contact like 4 hours straight, and I did not get infected. I'm fucking surprised.
Alrighty, let's.
You did not practice your social distancing. Bad.
He was my best friend. I mean, like,
so
I should have, but I just.
They make loved ones, spouses, social distance.
Right.
They're not allowed to go into ICUs.
We're going to detract from the real world now, and we're going to continue. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Dagger, you have arrived at this amethyst sarcophagus, and you would note that this sarcophagus is quite expensive looking. You would say that it's worth close to 10,000 gold pieces. It's made of pure amethyst. There's no lead. And in the sarcophagus is Caresta. She is stuck. She doesn't look like she can move. She kind of just claws at the lid of the sarcophagus, and her eyes are moving around, and she looks up at you, and she tries to open her mouth, and nothing more than a hiss emerges.
There's a door up here, right?
There is a set of double doors.
Do they look openable?
They look very door-like.
Okay. Can I? No, found her. I'm going to go through these doors.
Alright, not in gas form. There's no gaps. The doors create an airtight seal.
Okay.
You try to go through, and you spend your time bobbing up and down against the wall and try to get through the gaps, and you ain't getting through them.
I found a door, so I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna go out this way.
Okay.
Go back through this way.
Back out with everyone else.
Yeah, back out with everyone else.
Cool.
Go out of gas form.
You drop concentration and
Okay.
You're alive!
found-
Roland stops playing. Oh, you're alive.
Hey, what'd you find?
I found her in a sarcophagus. She can't move. There are doors that way. I say we go there and we finish her.
So there's another set of doors somewhere.
Yes.
Alrighty. Nice.
I wouldn't mind finishing the job. I feel like I could get angry.
Before she heals up, let's finish her.
Yeah.
I could get angry again. No problem.
And there's an amethyst sarcophagus that I really want pieces of.
Money. GP. Cold. There you go. So should we say?
See any giant dragons or anything?
No, I wouldn't be encouraging us to go if I saw a giant dragon. I will slip through this door. Make sure there's no...
make a stealth check, Dagger.
35.
Alright, you're in a very large chamber. And there's shadows all around you, completely devoid of color. And as you move up, Dagger, you start to see something in the corner of your eye. It's like a wisp of something. But then you look over in that direction and you don't see anything. Let me remove some of this dynamic. Oh shit, what did I do? I just removed half the wall. Whoops. Let me fix that up. Dagger, when you get there, just hold up.
Okay.
I just accidentally I accidentally took out the entire wall with the dynamic lighting just then. Let me just quickly fix that up. But you actually bump into something. And you didn't see it, and it didn't see you, so it's very awkward.
Well, I do have 10-foot blind sense.
You do?
Yes.
And
isn't that 30 feet?
Yeah,
No, that's my blind sight.
Blind sense. So
Oh.
when you oh yes, that's different than blind sight. That's blind sense. You're aware of a hidden creature within 10 feet of you. So you are indeed aware of Umbraxica, who's just clearly standing right here. He's a shadow dragon. He blends in perfectly with all the darkness around you.
Ooh.
He's scouring the room and does not seem to notice you. You only
Okay.
notice him because of your blind sense.
Okay, we will go. I will go back to the group. Slip back through that door. Go up there. We do not want to go through that door.
What did you see?
The shadow dragon.
Oh.
And it did not see you?
No. You sound surprised.
No, I'm impressed, actually. Good job.
Oh, that's not good. What do we do now?
Well, I say we find somewhere to rest and be prepared to fight the vampire again. Once we get done resting.
These doors just swing straight open.
Oh, fuck.
And you hear a deep voice from within that hall. I know you're here, intruders. I can sense you. I sensed you since you first stepped into the Shadowfell. Face me now, cowards. Come and meet your fate. Come to the darkness Let it consume you. Meet your destiny. Accept your fate.
You know, shipboard, we used to call that a double dare, I think.
Oh God.
Maybe Dagger can pretend to be the guy from the vision.
How did you know? I asked Darius if I should try to do that. Okay, give me
his items. They were friends.
Give me the items. I saw what the Death Knight looked like on the murals.
Take the items. I give her bag of holding in the freaking ring.
What are you giving her?
Yeah, I'll give her the horn.
To give her the gold horn, the coral ring.
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Throw armor too.
I don't think we need the bag of holding.
Saw in the vision though.
Thought we just saw the ring in the vision.
He had the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
You can have the bag of holding if you want it.
And I have the sword hilt too.
Okay. Got the sword hilt and the ancient mithril armor.
Okay.
I'll step forward with her. Like
I'll make myself look like the Death Knight. And go visible. How do I look?
She looks like this.
Scary.
You've got a bucket helm and no eyes, just two red pinpricks of light with a tassel coming.
Call me Lord Soth.
Yeah, you're basically Lord Soth 2.0.
Didn't we see a noble though? Well, I don't know. I guess he should be the current form, not the old form. Yeah.
I would have gone with his original form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Like critiquing Dagger.
I'm used to critique. I grew up in the theater. I based on their critique, I will form myself into looking like the noble.
Vanrak, you're a Vanrak Moonstar.
Vanrak Moonstar, yes.
Vanrak Moonstar.
Take on the appearance of Lord Vanrak before he.
I believe in you.
Fell.
Practice my voice. Vanrak Moonstar.
I'll give you that token and you can kind of move it around as well.
I don't have any inspirations to give you, so I can't.
Anybody got a spare DM inspiration to transfer over?
Nope.
None here.
Good luck. You got this.
I really hope it's not a fight.
As we move forward, I just put my hand on her shoulder and I cast guidance.
Nice.
Am I supposed to have a token?
Can you see it? This one?
Oh, it was buried under me.
Oh, it's supposed to be buried over you.
Okay.
How about now?
Yes, I see it now.
Cool.
Okay, let's go. Not used to being a man.
Trust me, it's easier.
So say you. Come on.
This is as far as I'll go.
Glister, old friend. Oh my goodness, I'm horrible at this shit.
You step forward and you can't actually see the dragon until you get within 10 feet of it. It just blends in so perfectly. Oh, you're going to back up there, Dave. You're going to bump into it if you move up there.
I don't want to bump into it. I will. Right there.
Darius, you don't see the dragon. It blends in so perfectly with the darkness of this room and the lack of color that it's practically invisible to you.
I tell Darius to not move farther than I do.
Braxikar, you can see his eyes lock onto you, and he's actually taken aback. What is this?
We have come on orders to free you, Glister. I'm here to remind you of your former self, the glory you once held, the light you once bathed in.
He looks over
Saloon
at you.
Saloon forgave me. She can forgive you too. She can just have to embrace her light.
He looks at you, Dagger. He looks kind of confused, and he just says, I have spent more than a century lamenting the fall of Vanrak Moonstar, my friend. And it has been a long time. And now you come here with these tricks? And
There's no
No
trick.
trick.
we're going to roll initiative. The dragon just attacks immediately.
Oh, god damn
You're
it.
going to need to try something else if you want to try and convince it. It's basically more enraged from seeing Lord Vanrak. But that's not all. You guys are not alone in here.
Of course not.
Shadows start to emerge all around you. 3 shadows over near Pavel.
Oh, shit.
2 shadow assassins and a shadow next to Darius. 3 shadows near Dagger. And more shadowy assassins hovering all around you. Shadows and shadows.
I need to run!
Oh my god.
Let me roll all these other shadows into initiative. But Umbraxakar is not liking the sight of Lord Vanrak at the moment. Okay. API's being a little bit slow. Alright, you guys just hear the dragon roar, and you see it open its mouth, and everyone can clearly hear that. You guys know that it didn't go very well. So, Dagger. Roxic is currently hidden as well from everyone except for Dagger. Maybe Scamp if she can actually get in there and see him. Alright, Dagger.
Okay.
What do you do?
Have I seen anything representing what Saloon looks like?
Selune, the god of the moon.
Saloon, yeah.
It's probably something that Umbraxakar is going to want to instantly destroy. He
That's true, yeah.
really hates Selune, you would imagine. So you're going to need to find out some way to appeal to this dragon, because if you're not able to redeem it, then the other option is to kill it.
I will lay the items down.
You can interact with one object per turn.
Okay, okay. I will lay the ring down.
You put it down on the ground?
Yeah, down on the ground in front of, between me and him.
The dragon looks down at the ring. A symbol of friendship. And he stops for a brief moment.
I know you're in there, Glister.
That ring, it meant something to me.
Meant something to me too. Friendship.
Make a persuasion check, Dagger.
Woo!
Alright, all of a sudden the dragon shakes its head from side to side, and you actually see a beam of moonlight. It illuminates the dragon, and you think you almost see the dragon cry for a second. It's like a thin stream of bright blue light, and Umbraxica just says, "Friendship, yes. Lord Vanrak was my friend." And as the moonbeam illuminates the darkness, you actually see some glistening bronze scales underneath the shadow for a split second. Ah! Shah's darkness consumes everything! And it's not enough to turn the dragon.
Yeah, more.
The moonlight vanishes.
And I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Umbraxica's going to take a legendary action.
Oh no.
And he's going to swing his tail at you, Dagger. Get out of here with these memories! When he tail swipes you, you duck underneath the attack, and he's no longer hidden. He reveals his location. Pavel.
Having seen that light come on, I just look at Dagger and look at Barskar and just say, "Keep doing what you're doing!" And then as an action, first time having him, cast Fireball. Let's see, where to move it? Most optimal.
I'd go down.
You don't know where he's putting it. So, Darius, you can have disadvantage on your next ability check for metagaming.
Sorry about that, Darius. Thank you, though. Thank you. Actually, that did help out. Does it hit me from there? Hold up. No, that's actually pretty good. There you go. Yeah, right there. Alright, that's where I'll do it. Will it hit anyone else? Nope, not me, not that. Yep, seems good. Alrighty, where is it? Boo! Oh,
Right,
ignore that piercing.
Shadows all try to wisp out of the way. They look like nothing more than a silhouette of a humanoid figure. They are also quite resistant to fire. This is just the regular shadows, by the way. And the ones that fail are incinerated. They are whisked away, vanished. But the one that succeeds, it managed to kind of just cling on, and you just see ribbons of shadow disappearing, and until they're just completely wiped away. The assassin is quite a bit quicker and quite a lot tougher. It's not quick enough to avoid the full brunt of the fireball, but does resist, taking 20 points of fire damage. The shadow to the south, it's instantly destroyed, and the shadow assassin next to it, it succeeds a saving throw and gets mildly scorched.
Sweet. Don't want to move around, so I'll just stay here and ready myself.
Umbraxica is going to take a legendary action at the end of your turn, and it's going to swing its tail at Darius. The tail impacts you for 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As that happens, the shadow next to you reaches out and attempts to drain your life away. It just reaches out with shadowy hands, and it misses. Umbraxica is going to take a legendary action again, and he just says, "Intruders shall be destroyed. Your souls will become my shadows." And he's going to tail swipe Darius again. It narrowly misses you. This shadow is going to attempt to try and grab dagger and drain all her strength away. Miss. It's on Braxica's turn. You shall be vanquished. He leaps over here. He moves 25 feet. And he hovers 30 feet off the ground. He opens up his mouth and a 10-foot wide line of pure shadowy energy spills out from his mouth. It goes down in the line, passing through the shadows, and it hits Dagger and Darius. Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Alright, so just a big line of darkness, 10 feet wide and 90 feet long. And you're dodging Dagger, so that's a success. But Darius, when it hits you, it drains the life out of you.
Oh no.
You're hit for 60 points of necrotic damage. And it kills you. If you're reduced to 0 hit points by his breath weapon, you die.
No!
And an undead shadow rises from your corpse and acts immediately after him in the initiative count. And the shadow is under your control. Or under his control, sorry. But I'll let you control it, but he'll basically be telling you what to do. And,
oh, fuck.
Yeah, Umbraxica is not messing around. The dragon then roars and just says, Darkness consumes all in the end! Everything! It roars out with its mighty voice. And roll this shadow into initiative. Goes on initiative count 5. Oh no, actually it doesn't get rolled into initiative, it goes straight after Umbraxica. The shadow dragon then flies back and maintains a height of 40 feet. Alright, I might have to get a new shadow for you there, Darius. But essentially, you're basically just a shadow.
Oh, I'm DED dead. I am DED dead.
Let me give you a new shadow sheet. You can.
You keep being turned into undead.
Control it. It's very unlucky. Maybe I'll just. It'll just be 2 seconds getting that sheet for you.
Whoa, that's like murder. Like you carried the holy flame through that fight and then got dragoned.
Shit.
Alrighty, so you're a shadow of your former self. You've got control of that shadow. You've immediately risen up from your corpse. And Umbraxica says to you, drain them of all their life, and commands you to fly over to Strength Drain Pavel. You see it's kind of surreal as you watch as your own body is laying dead beneath you. You feel an irresistible compulsion to go over to Pavel and attack him. Umbraxica is actually going to post down here, sorry, at the end of his turn. Up to 20 feet in here. Alright, so you're up, Darius.
Oh, fuck.
I guess I would attack Shadow. Dagger. It's the only thing I can think of.
He told you to attack Pavel.
Oh, Pavel.
Yeah, that's what you said just then.
Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20.
You reach out and you kind of see Darius's silhouette. The shadow tries to grab you, Pavel, but it's a mess. Alright, Umbraxicard's going to take a legendary action, and he's going to tail swipe you, Dagger. Or attempt to. Whoosh, miss. He swings through the air. Now he takes a lair action. And all of a sudden, Pavel, you just there's an explosion.
Oh fuck!
Massive thunderclap, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. It's like earring.
Thunderclap.
It appears like over here behind you.
I might have to do absorb elements, but we'll see.
Alright, you're not going to need to do absorb elements. It doesn't actually affect you, you just resist. You resist altogether. Alright, this shadowy assassin glides over the top of Darius's corpse and then attacks Dagger with its shadow blade. It misses. It attacks again. And it misses as you dodge out of the way. Umbraxica comes in quick with his tail at you, Dagger, and he attempts to tail swipe you. Swings his tail straight over the top of your head. Cage.
Cage, hearing all this, is going to step up to see if he can get a better view. And he's going to zoom in to get a better view. And he is going to cast Fireball. And I figured out how to do the templates.
Sorry, Brian, do you mind going onto your Roll20 setting? There's a, on the right, there's a setting called Enabled Background Chat Bait. Do you mind just unselecting that, please? Because it's constantly hearing, I think it might be the Discord, constantly hearing a beeping sound every time you press the button.
Oh, sorry.
It might be the Discord setting or something. I think it might be the Discord.
Cage is going to
push to talk.
Sorry. Cage is going to pop that fireball with his staff.
The shadow is instantly consumed. And the assassin, it resists and takes 7 fire damage.
That was 30 points total. Let's see. And then I will, or Cage will, use a bonus action. Let's see, let's just check my distance. And Firebolt. Okay.
Hit. Are you quick in the fireball? And sorry, which one? I missed exactly which one it was.
This guy right here.
It hits him. He does resist. He takes 9 fire damage.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, Umbraxica comes in with his tail at Dagger again. Whoosh! Miss. Swings through the air, dispersing some of the fog. The Shadow Assassin is going to move. Actually, he's going to fly up to Pavel and try to poke him with its Shadow Blade. Miss. And that hits.
Shield.
I cast shield and you repel the Shadow Blade. It snaps back, bouncing off your shield. Brew.
Right, so I just saw Firebolt go through there, right? That way?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Jagger and everybody went off this way, right?
Yeah, down that corridor, that's where all the fighting is happening. As you move up, you see a silhouette, and looks very much like Darius.
Oh wow, I see Darius's corpse. That sends me into a blind rage, clearly. I'll go ahead and bonus action rage. Pull Sun Death off my back, and it's not lit or anything, but I'll swing at this shadow here, full of furious, ragey, enlarged anger. I'll be reckless about it.
Yeah.
Just turning off the fire real quick.
That just
Nice.
melts Darius's shadow away instantly.
It wasn't you. Well, that's all my stuff.
Alright, the shadow assassin is going to fly up to Dagger and try to poke her with its shadow blade. It's going to it tries to attempt to blend in with the darkness in Shadow's dagger, but things can't hide from you. It does attempt that though. It doesn't know that you can't automatically detect it. So you see it coming in at you, and you're continuing to dodge. Miss. And miss. You've got like all these shadow blades and hands and tails coming at you, and you're just like matrixing it, basically. And Umbraxica seems to be unleashing all of his fury. A shadow quickly whizzes over to... your shadow got destroyed, by the way, Darius.
I saw.
Yeah, so I'll do it for you. You reduce to 0.
I'm looking at new character builds. I'm shopping.
Oh, death is brief. You can come back, buddy. You're just dead.
I don't think you can.
No.
He's not undead. It's just an undead shadow rises from his corpse.
Yeah, there's still a corpse there.
Oh, thank the fucking god.
He's not undead. He's still... Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a shadow rises from him.
Phew!
You can save him.
Alright,
Okay, I was going to make that argument
We
later.
just have to survive.
yeah, and even then, I'm sure you have the resources to even bring someone back from more powerful magic anyway. Alright, especially if you can take care of this dragon for Lady Moonstar. Anyway, this shadow
Hell yeah.
is going to try and strangle Pavel. Miss. The shadowy assassin moves straight through the wall over here, and it comes in poking brew.
Grr.
It hits you for 3 piercing and 13 necrotic. And your strength is drained by 1. Keep a tally on that for you too.
You know, I guess technically I haven't unattuned to... Oh, yes, I did. You've got the bracers now, right? Darius?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I have them, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah. Other than right at the moment, you don't.
Alright, an icon that I can use for that. All the strength type icons you've already got on you, Rage and the enlarged. I'll swap your enlarged token around and use that one for tracking how much strength you've lost. It attacks you again. It pushes the shadow blade into you. You take 14 points of damage. And your strength is reduced by another 2.
Well, I'm going to have to start working out again.
Portia just says, Umbraxica! We're here to save you! Listen to our reason! And she runs in and attacks the shadow assassin. She does 3 quick swipes. The shadow assassin is hit 2 times, and you notice that her greatsword is not too effective against it. It resists those attacks, but still, she's pretty strong. The shadowy assassin's looking like it's getting whisked away. Right, Ishan just freaks out at this stage, and he's overwhelmed with the Shadowfell despair. He just says, No, no. This is where we die. I've seen it. I'm not going to die here. And he just runs off.
John. I agree, don't run in the room, but maybe don't go away from my heels.
Yeah, the paranoia consumes him and he flees in terror. Roll 1.
Yeah, Roland really doesn't want to go in the room either, so he's not gonna go in, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna throw some stuff down. I am going to I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level on this particular Shadow Assassin. Oh, are you gonna go for that one, Cage?
The assassin fails, and you can just see all these ribbons of darkness exploding from its mind. It immediately starts fleeing. Portia's gonna attack it. She misses. She's not quite quick enough, and then provokes an opportunity attack from Brew.
Oh yeah, I've sendeth it.
And it's too quick. It dodges your attack.
Oh.
And it flies about 40 feet away in terror.
I don't really have a good bonus action right now, and I'm not going in, so back to there, and that's it.
Scam.
Alright, I'm going to do things that I am sure will totally work. I'm going to, as a bonus action, we're going to drop a 3rd level heal BB on top of Brew.
Rainbows!
Which square did you want that in, Scam?
Oh, because Brew's very big.
Yeah. There's 4
I'll
squares
do
to
it.
choose from.
I'll do it at the square next to Pavel.
Okay.
There. And then, as an action, I'm going to attempt to frostbite. We'll do that one in front of Pavel. For
The
damage.
hand of the Shadow Assassin gets sheathed in frost. It resists the damage, but it's going to mess up its next attack. Another shadow is going to come wishing around the corner, and it reaches out to try and drain Portia's strength, but Portia dodges out of the way, and the shadows keep on coming. This one's going to try and attack you, Dagger, and it hits you. You take 9 points of necrotic damage. And you lose 4 points off of your strength score.
Oh no.
Shit.
What does that put you down to?
A 5.
Alright, you've got a carrying capacity of 75 now. You are heavily encumbered. You're going to need to drop something to move. Okay, that's a very bad feeling when you get hit with that dagger. You just feel all of the hand, feel all of your strength leave you. And this one also attacks you, Dagger, but it misses. Darius, your soul is still technically in your body, and it's just starting to leave, whisked away to Helm, but hopefully not. Dagger,
Okay, I will put the mithril armor down next.
Alright, you pull out the mithril armor, which you can barely even lift. You've just got, like, you know, the armor like under your shoulder, the hilt tucked into your belt. You have the ring on your finger and the gold horn just kind of hanging off your bag. You present to Van Rack the mithril armor, and the dragon's taken aback. It says, that armor, it means something to me. It's a symbol of preservation, resilience. And it glares at you, Dagger. What do you say?
I know you're still in there, Glister. You can come to us. Shar doesn't control you yet.
No. It does. Look at me. I am a shadow. I am the darkness. Shar's darkness consumes all, and you will be my shadow. And you can make a persuasion check, Dagger. You can add whatever other sympathetic words you'd like as well.
Believe in you, Glister. Where's persuasion? There's persuasion.
Nice.
Glister, is that me? Is that
Yes,
who I
you're
was?
Who you were, who you still are.
The dragon is visibly conflicted. A magical moonlight flickers across his scales. A beam shoots down from the ceiling, cutting through the darkness, illuminating glistening bronze scales. Ah! Ah! Am I? No! I'm darkness! I am the shadow! She is the shadow. We are the shadow. And again, you see a few more of the dragon scales appear. He's more solid and less translucent. The beam of light is thick, but it's not enough.
Okay, I will go.
It is working.
I will dodge again.
You're very brave, Dagger.
You kicking ass.
I don't know if you call it bravery or stupidity. I'm one of the two.
It's a thin line.
You're getting just janked by 100 different shadows, a dragon repeatedly attacking you, and yet you choose to stand there and hold up these items to try and reason with the dragon. Are you feeling alright, Dagger?
No, I'm not.
Is this the true Dagger?
No.
Alright, Pavel, your shield drops. You're up.
I'm gonna shoot this one first, because I need to kill enemies. And I don't want to miss, so no sharpshooter. Oh my god.
Correct. You point at the assassin, you put a bullet straight through it, it disappears.
Alright, next I'm gonna aim at this one right over here. Let's go with sharpshooter, let's see if we can take it down. No one next to dagger, shadow assassin. Boom. Whoa!
Hello, Doctor.
You put a bullet straight through it, 30 points of damage. It really disrupts that shadowy assassin.
Third shot. Damn.
And poof, smoke comes out of the pistol.
Clear it out, reload, bonus action shot, same enemy.
Hit. Poof, another bullet slams through it. The shadow assassin is having trouble maintaining its form as Shadow repeatedly escapes it every second.
That's all I can do.
This shadow immediately flies towards you, extending its ghostly form. tendrils of shadow reach out to penetrate you, Pavel. No, it's not a special hug. Miss. This shadow is going to just basically bully you, Dagger, and it tries to shove you to the ground prone. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Nice.
Dodge out of the way. It's just like, eh. It's not very strong.
What are you doing to me? These items! They mean nothing to me! I have killed for less. I have killed for nothing! I cannot be redeemed. I am nothing more than the darkness. Let me prove it to you. Watch as your friends perish. Their souls will rise up as my shadows, and they will be the one to deliver your death.
Umbraxa flies over here. He takes a
Okay, then call these ones off of me. That's fine.
He takes a look around here, and he's a dragon. They're very perceptive. Knows exactly what's going on. He's going to open up his mouth, and
Oh no.
it's the same breath from the weapon, the same thing that hit the dwarf that caused him to lose his golden horn and caused him to fall as his friends rose up as shadows. It's his shadow breath. It passes through the shadows harmlessly. Pavel, Brew, and Scamp, each of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
If I fail, I'll focus. I'll fanatical focus it.
18 is a failure.
1 passes, right?
Yes, Scamp. You're safe.
Nice.
Just close your eyes, Scamp. This is gonna hurt.
Scamp is so clumsy, she's managed to trip over her feet and roll out of the way of the breath.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
It just-
god.
It channels you with negative energy. It wants life to be death. And Pavel, you'll hit for 80 points of necrotic damage. Brew, you manage to escape by the skin of your teeth. Just a little bit of it washes over you. You take 40 points of necrotic damage. And Scamp, oh no,
I'm dead.
Oh fuck.
it wipes Scamp out.
What?
I had 79 hit points. I will have you
Oh
guys know.
no! Oh.
Umbraxica turns towards you, Dagger, and says,
See? There is no redemption for me. Look what I have become.
and a shadow rises up from Scamp. But it
You're our only hope,
kind
Dagger.
of trips over a little bit. And then it tries to get up again,
Well-
then it trips over again.
Roland has to survive.
Yeah, you survive. I need help with the shadows.
I am shooting as fast as I can.
We're coming. We're coming.
Umbraxica then flies back over 40 feet and he just hovers above you again, Dagger.
See?
And he commands you, Scamp,
Kill Roland. Stop tripping over White.
you don't even have legs.
How did you know my name?
Dragons are highly perceptive.
Oh, okay.
Kill the elf, he says. You didn't
I've
think
got
we could go.
horns.
We couldn't go a
I
whole
don't
session without that.
understand.
Alright, so you go next, Scamp. You've got control of the shadow character sheet.
So it would have its full movement, but it's
Yeah.
tripping everywhere. So it only gets the 5 feet towards Roland, but luckily he's close. I'm sorry.
Wow, Scamp. why
Oh
would you
my
do
god.
Hey, as long as the strength drain isn't like doubled too, I think we might be okay.
Alright, you're hit for 15 necrotic damage and you can roll a 1d4, Scamp. Roll low. There you
Cool.
go. You lose one
Alright,
off
that
your
puts
strength
me-
score.
That puts me at 7.
And at the end of Scamp's turn, Scamp Shadow's turn, Umbraxic is going to take a legendary action. And he's going to keep on trying to beat Dagger down.
Submit to darkness, for she is the only way.
Oh, fuck.
And
That's not correct.
Okay, I will be uncanny dodging that.
you're supposed to use your action to present these items
Oh, okay.
and actually make that argument. You need to dedicate your action to do that. Unfortunately, Dagger, so you can dodge it. You'll take 13 bludgeoning damage. First dodge was a mercy dodge. But yeah, you do need to continue to use your action now. 13 bludgeoning damage, you dodge out of the way, and Umbraxica is not messing around. Straight away he's going to use a lair action as well. And he's just going to say,
the darkness consumes all.
And he's going to create like a dark cloud. It's sort of like in between a darkness and a fog cloud. And he puts it over here just to mess everyone up. It's heavily obscured.
Is that like between a silent but deadly and a...
Very similar. The Shadow Assassin's gonna try and Shadow Blade you, Dagger. And it hits you for 23 points of damage. You have your strength score reduced by 4. That puts you on 1.
1.
You're not going to survive another hit.
No.
It's going to attack you again. It misses. Umbraxica is going to attack you with his tail as well.
You should never have come here.
Grrr. He hits you for 18 bludgeoning damage, Dagger.
Still up!
Cage.
Cage is going to cast Animate Objects. Direct them to Scamp's new self. Sorry, Scamp.
What do you...
It's okay.
Animate.
Oh, I'm going to do the blow darts.
Okay. Alright. They fly over and they can make 10 attacks on Scamp Shadow.
Three, 6, 7. Damn.
Yeah, they all hit her.
All of them?
Every single one of them.
I've only...
3.
I'm dead.
You are resistant, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gone.
Oh!
Yeah.
6.
They just poke all these holes in Scamp's shadow and it just spills out darkness everywhere. She deflates like a balloon.
I guess I should have done them one at a time, but that's alright.
10 hits, so the shadow can't survive that. Even with their resistant.
Let's see, so they moved probably...
Their turn is
10.
done. They,
Oh, their turn is done? Okay.
Yeah. You told them to attack the Scamp, so that's what they did.
I gotcha.
You need to use your bonus action to give them a new order now.
Right. Yep, so I'm done also.
Right, let me move them up a little bit though, so we're at least within 5 feet. Alright, this Shadow Assassin in the fog is going to try and attack Pavel. You can't see it, it can't see you, so these are regular attacks. You're just going off your other
Shield.
senses. You feel the Shadow Blade getting a bit too close to comfort, and your shield automatically kicks in, reflects the blade back. Brew.
Yeah, well, Pardon me, Pavel, come through. I'm going to get cozy up here with Pavel. Attempt to shove the one to the north 15 feet away. I sure hope these guys are tangible. I didn't think to check that.
You're able to actually push them. They have enough force energy surrounding them that you can push them. But it's quick. It dodges.
Is Brew raging?
Oh,
yeah, I'm ragey.
Alright, you shove it back 5 feet. You feel it just kind of bob through the air.
Or 15, or what? Is it? It's 5, eh? Okay.
Yeah, shove is 5 feet.
Right, I'm thinking of something. Okay. I'll shove the other one.
And the shadows are not able to resist that. It just bumps back 5 feet.
Okay, so 10 feet to move through Pavel, and then... get up here, bring my candle. Well, go with that for now.
This shadow assassin's going to phase over to you, Brew, and you stare the shadow dragon down, and he just says,
I don't care how big you are, or what little trinkets you bring me. There'll be no redemption. Not for you, not for me. May your soul be consumed by the darkness.
It attacks.
Well, I'll see you on the other side then, but I'll probably be right back.
It misses. It hits you that second time. You take 2 piercing and 13 necrotic, 15 points of damage. You also lose another 1 on your strength score.
Oops, no, that wasn't right. I did the math wrong there. Did 51.
Lose 1 off your strength score.
Mm.
Wait, you're on like 14 or something before you moved.
19.
19, yeah. You should be on 4 hit points.
Oh, that was right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should be on 4 hit points. Alright, you've lost 4 off your strength score now.
Yeah, I'm down to 14. And down to 4 hit points. Cool, but ragey, so it's all fun.
The shadow is going to pursue you, Brew. And miss. Umbraxic is going to take a legendary action. He's going to try and whack Dagger again with its tail. And Dagger's hit for 11 bludgeoning damage, and that knocks her unconscious.
Oh no.
Portia is just going to run in. And she stops and she's shaking furiously. I've lost everything, Umbraxica. There's nothing more you can do to me. Together we will stand against you. Together we will show you who you are. And she runs over and she's going to pick up like the horn. But it takes an action to try and convince this dragon, so...
Yeah.
Ah!
Fucking Ishan. Alright. So... I mean, Roland's gonna die if he just runs in there. Well, he thinks he's gonna die anyway, so... he'll run up to here, and, oh, I can actually... No, I'm in the fog, so I can't see anything. I'm gonna reach out and, like, feel around for a second until I find Pavel's armor. And with my action, I am going to cast, man, I wish this fog was gone. With my action, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at. Need to make it a good one. 4th level.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, better than nothing. And I don't have. I don't have any bonus actions to take because I'm out of inspirations. Knew I should have saved that one. Oh well.
Scamp, your soul just begins to leave your body. This shadow is going to rush you, Roland, and from the fog and darkness, tendrils of shadow reach out.
That's a hit.
You take 10 points in necrotic damage. And you lose 3 from your strength score.
Down to 4.
This shadow is going to fly over to Brew and reach out with shadowy tendrils. It hits for 4 necrotic damage.
Oh, well, you know what that does. That's 0 hit points.
Alright, even with all of
But
this necrotic energy just basically riddling your face, you're still standing.
yeah, I even get to make a con save, I think, first. Where's that thing?
Yes.
What the heck? Wait, sorry. I should. Where is that? This one? No.
There's,
I get to make a con save. Like DC 10 con save anyway, and it's like come back with like 1 hit point, I think.
It's yeah, there's 2 different ones, right? There's like the
There's a zealot one and then the other one, which
like just
why
a
is
barbarian one.
yeah, I can't figure out why I can't find it here. It's got to be right here.
You're still on 1 hit point, and you have 4 strength to drain from you.
I'm really gonna have to hit the gym after this.
Don't get down to 0. This shadow is going to hover over to Portia and try and strength drain her. Miss. Arios, your soul is trapped in the Shadowfell for now. Dagger, you need to make a death saving throw. The success. Havel, you're up.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this one next to me. Would that be disadvantage, right? Because we're well, yeah, disadvantage because we can't see each other.
And you also have advantage because it can't see you. So they cancel each other
So it's
out.
regular. Got it. All right. Gonna shoot the one right there. Yes.
Hit. And you hear it vanish.
This one right here.
Hit. Now the shadow vanquish.
No. Okay. How about now? Can I see him, or can he? I still not. Oh yeah, he's in there, but now he can't see me.
In that square.
It's fine. All right. Gonna shoot him right there. That's 2 shots.
Hit. And you just hear the bullet pass through the shadow.
Last shot.
Hit. And once again, the bullet passes through the shadow.
Let me stay.
This shadow is going to attack Brew. It reaches out with ghostly tendrils.
Yeah.
Hits for 11 necrotic damage.
There it is. It's that one. So I'll try a DC 15 con save. Uh-oh. That would be bad, except... All's Alice.
Okay. You're not unconscious. You just make death saving throws. And that's not this round either.
What's your strength at right now?
You lose another 2.
Another 2.
Well, you've had a total of minus 10 off your strength now. And at this stage, I think your movement speed is 0. You're heavily encumbered. It's Umbraxica's turn.
Your little tricks did not deceive me. I watched Lord Vunra jam his own blade down his throat. And you, the blood bag, I see you've been rescued. Just in time for your own demise. I have no more use for you.
And the dragon lets out a loud screech. It's loud enough that everyone just hearing it has a shiver run down their spine. And everybody make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened, even if you're unconscious. Not if you're dead.
Fuck.
Brew, you become frightened of Umbraxica. Pavel, you become frightened of Umbraxica.
I don't like the look of this beastie.
Cage, you are not scared. Dagger, even in your unconscious state, you have a chill rush through you. Roland, you too. Frightened. And then he starts hacking into Portia with its claws.
Oh, she's stirred.
Tries to chomp her, but she interposes her plate armor for the chomp. Alright, Scamp, your shadow is looking like a pincushion at the moment. Alright, for a lair action, Umbraxica is going to cause another one of these sonic booms. And the fog cloud goes away. And roll and make a constitution saving throw.
Disadvantage.
There's a loud explosion. It's ear ringing. You hit for 10 points of thunder damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to absorb elements.
5 points of thunder damage. And your ears are left ringing. You're deafened.
Because I have that spell, so why not use it?
It's the worst thing possible for a bard. You're deafened. You'll never be able to play the piano again. Oh no, wait, never mind.
You can still compose though.
I don't mind being deafened. I just need them to not be deafened.
Well put.
Alright, the Shadow Assassin is going to attack Brew once. Miss. And then Portia once. And Portia is hit. She coughs a little bit. She's fairly tough and does lose 4 from her strength though. She, as she said, she's got nothing more to lose at this point. At the end of her turn, Umbraxica is going to tail swipe her as well. He hits her, starts beating her down.
How is she looking?
Cage, she's actually, she's not actually even bloodied yet. She ain't no Jimmy.
Yes. That's good to know.
I'm going to go ahead and use my action to firebolt this guy.
And that hits. For 8 points of fire damage.
And then none of these guys can actually get anywhere, so they're going to dash.
What are you telling him to do?
I'm going to tell 3 of them to attack this one.
It has to be one command for all of them.
Oh, really? Okay. Then can I split them up? I can't split them up, right? I got to attack. Can I tell them to attack?
You give a command and they follow it, but you can't say like you do this, you do this, you do this. You can't give them like multiple commands. It's just one using your bonus action, and they all do what you say.
Can I just tell them to attack these shadows down here?
Sure.
In general?
Yeah, they'll do that.
Okay.
And they'll keep on doing it until you tell them to do something else.
Yeah. I thought I could tell them separately.
Yeah, that would be a bit too much for a bonus action.
I gotcha. I can only see those 2, so. And they're all dashes, so they're not going to attack.
They've only got 30 feet of movement, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to look at it.
Then 60 feet. Yeah, they fly up as close as they can get, and then they'll just keep on attacking those shadows until you tell them to do something else with your bonus action.
Sounds good.
This shadow assassin will attack Pavel with Shadow Blade. It misses. It lunges forward, and you feel the cold sting.
I'll take it.
Of the blade. You take 15 points of damage, and your strength is drained by 1. Brew.
Yeah, Brew looks down at Dagger in the form of the well, I forget his name, but do you know that guy? Says something like death never suits you. And I'm carrying around a potion of superior healing from Scamp, so I will pour that right on down your gullet there, Dagger, if you don't mind. What's that, like, how many d8s?
Superior is 8d4 plus 8.
There you go.
Glug, 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 glug.
Remember the essence of Scamp. And, well, that's good. I'll just do that.
Shadow Assassin doesn't like potions. He attacks Brew.
Oh, everybody likes potions.
In fact, he doesn't like it so much that it causes him to miss. It cowers. He's actually scared of potions. He does hit with that second attack, though. Did you make a death save, Brew?
No, it did not. Let me get on that.
Make a death saving throw. And you're hit, so you fail a death saving throw.
Got it.
And your strength is drained by another 4.
Yowzer.
Get rid of those
things. 14 in total. The Shadow Assassin ends his turn there. The Shadow sees the dart starting to accost it, but it would like nothing more than to drain the life out of everyone, so it attacks Brew. It misses. Horsha. She helps Dagger to her feet and just says, I've tried once and failed. Let the dragon see who he is. And then she
keep me alive.
with her action. Oh shit!
He ran so far, he came back around. Okay.
He sees Scan's body and he screams like a girl. In a high-pitched tone.
Alright. Okay, so Roland just is gonna do what he can. To try and keep it going for Dagger to be here. I'm going to shoot a fire bolt at this particular at this shadow that's in front of Dagger. This will be a disadvantage because I'm frightened, I assume. So here we go. Ah, my God. That's about right. Roland's scared out of his gourd. Okay. Oh shit. I just thought of something else I could have done, but oh well. Too late now. I am gonna try my best and make sure the dagger stays alive. I don't know how much strength she has left. But I'm gonna do a bonus action healing word at we'll do it at 4th level. It's not gonna be a ton, but you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it at 4th level. I'm gonna do it at I'm gonna do it at 6th level.
Woo!
I have.
Didn't know it was that important to you. Thanks.
Alright, so 17 because I like to roll 1s and 2s and 3s. But it's a d4, so it's not as bad. I'm going to stay right there.
Umbraxica is going to beat his wings and just funnel sharp air towards Dagger, Portia, and both of its shadows. Dagger and Portia need to make a dex save. Portia fails. Dagger succeeds. The assassin fails. And the shadow fails. And the wing attack, it crashes into the shadows, who are quite resistant. Portia is swept off her feet, knocked to the ground prone. Where is she? I am indomitable! No, I'm not. Okay, I am. I'm just fine just down here on the steps, she says.
It's pretty indicative of our roles this evening.
Alright, Scamp, you're just hovering around. You can move around as well if you want to see more of the battle, Scamp. But your soul is
Thank you.
starting to leave your body. This shadow is going to attack Brew. Miss. And Umbraxica is going to beat its tail at Portia. It misses her. The dragon's flying in the air, so disadvantage. This shadow is going to attack Portia. And she lets out a scream as she's having all of her strength drained away. Actually, she's pretty damn strong. She's still looking pretty good, actually. But, you know.
Hey, you want to arm wrestle now?
Dario,
Who's dead?
soul is also escaping your body. And Umbraxica is going to make another tail attack at Portia. And Dagger, you can not even stand up. You wouldn't have been able to get up if Portia didn't help you up. You've got like no strength in you. You can barely even lift
Yeah.
anything.
Thank goodness the last one is just the hilt. I just kind of just toss it on the ground.
You go to pick it up and just kind of drop it. Ding ding! It bounces on the ground, and you're frightened as well, Dagger. You're absolutely trembling, so any ability check you make at disadvantage. I'm going to be honest, it's not looking good at the moment. Umbraxica sees the hilt and He sets his gaze upon it. He says,
Gleister, I know you're in there. Come to us. Come back to us.
This hilt. It is something more. This hilt is sign, sword. This was the sword wielded by Lord Vonrak. The blade that he used to take his own life. This blade was a symbol of something. Yes, I remember it now. A symbol of light.
he looks up at you, Dagger, and he says,
Light. Light.
Yes, light. Let the light wash over you. Wash away this darkness.
And because you've referred to the dragon by its true name repeatedly, you have advantage on this persuasion check, Dagger.
Woo!
But because you're frightened, you also have disadvantage. Whew.
What? Nice.
We're either all dead or it worked.
Yeah.
I think we're all dead.
There's no point rolling out the rest of this battle. Everyone just come with new characters next week. No. That would be so cruel. Now what happens is a beam of moonlight. It streams down again from the ceiling, and Dagger, you can make an insight check for the moonlight. This beam of light when you witness.
No.
It.
I just assume it's good.
You're concentrating on not wetting your pants. At the moment. Take all of your energy to do that, and the moonlight washes over the dragon scales once more, and he says,
Yes. A symbol of light. Light beats the darkness. What have I done? I'm not Umbraxica. I'm Gleister.
And the moonlight phases over the entire dragon, and all of a sudden the dragon is illuminated in all of its glory. Gleister, the bronze dragon. You take a look at this majestic beast. It has a ribbed and fluted crest defining the shape of its head. Curving horns extend out from the crest, echoed by spines on its lower jaw and chin. Its feet are webbed, its scales smooth. They have a yellowish tinge, but also green, to show the dragon's age. The changing of the copper, or the bronze, I should say. The dragon's pupils are these glowing green orbs. And Gleister says,
Yes. I am Gleister.
and immediately a shockwave of radiant energy washes over everything. It just wipes out all of the darkness. Light returns, color seeps into everyone's cheeks and bodies. The shadows are immediately annihilated. And bright light shines throughout the entire temple.
4K lights.
Around the corner, you hear like the hissing of a cat. And you're very lucky, Dagger. All 3 times you literally just hit the DC of 20. If you'd rolled any lower once,
I couldn't
it was
roll
all
any
over.
lower.
Well, then you're
I
the right
couldn't roll
person.
any lower.
Jesus.
You're the right person to do this.
Talk about taking the right expertise skill.
That was very, very close.
I'm going to roll a potion of healing to brew. Because that's all I can do is I collapse into a heap.
Oh, I'm good. Don't worry, I've got some. Scamp set me up. I can heal myself.
I'm putting a potion down.
I'm still going to collapse into a heap. Put everything into my bag of holding.
Alright, the celebrations are quite short-lived because as you look around, you realize that you lost 2 of your friends in this battle.
Well, temporarily.
3, including Brew. Twist his head back in the right way.
Yeah, I've got. I'm carrying 2 potions of healing, so I'll go ahead and take 1 potion of healing.
I threw a healing word.
Oh, there we are. Thank you. I'll just nod. I'll take that healing word and keep the potion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll check Scamp. She's beyond a potion, right?
Yeah, Scamp and Darius are both dead, and I don't think anyone here has the ability of resurrection.
I don't have Revivify, but I have Raise Dead and Resurrection, so...
Alright, you're gonna need to look at doing that then. And we're gonna wrap up tonight's session here.
Everything worked out!
So, that was really close to a TPK, guys.
Yeah!
Yeah!
YOLO.
That was pretty exciting. Whoa.
Scary.
Oh,
We saved the dragon, though.
So
we did save. That was epic.
saved
Are you
the
kidding me? How? Yeah.
I didn't
That was
think I'd succeed.
I was honestly surprised you stuck it out in there. I thought for sure you'd retreat.
I'm surprised I did too.
I wouldn't have blamed you if you did.
I think I surprised Seb too.
Dagger earns the new title, non-murder hobo.
I
I
have
need to go
not
murder a
been
vampire
too much. I've not
quickly.
been a murder hobo.
Alright,
Oh, I'm away next week, everybody. Just
Yeah,
Oh.
so am I. I'm gone next week also.
I couldn't you
How
guys
dare you
die? It
two.
would have made way more sense.
I know, right? I tried to die. Brew always tries to die.
I think Cage may have the most hit points right now.
I can't believe you didn't die. That was your mission was to die.
It was. I knew I was gonna die.
I went from being like, yeah, I'm gonna help everybody, save everybody, spirit giants, woo, to doing
Oh
nothing.
my God.
Darius, run forward. I'm gonna save the dragon. Blah!
That was...
I saved
Well,
the
it's not-
dragon.
I'm assuming Roland isn't crazy paranoid anymore.
No, yeah, the despair's washed away. You
Okay.
guys are feeling normal again. We'll pick it up here next week. We'll see what Glyce has to say and what you can do about your fallen companions. And those of you that won't be here, enjoy your holiday or whatever you're doing.
Sounds great.
Thank you,
Thank
Seb.
you, everyone.
Thank you,
guys.
Seb.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Seb.
Good work,
Later.
guys. And you guys pressed on against all odds, and I think that deserves an additional week of downtime as an extra reward.
Awesome.
And
Cool.
DM inspiration.
I honestly thought we
Booyah.
were gonna die.
Yeah, so
You
did
get
I.
inspiration even if
I
you're
was-
dead.
Yeah.
I was nervous.